All right, we're live.
Yay.
Yay.
Woohoo.
Devin,
Yes, sir.
is there a chance you have an intro?
I have a short one since we have a special guest today.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Oh,
Right.
just for me. Thanks, Devin.
Yeah, no problem. All right, good evening, fuckheads and you goddamn Jannies.
Hold on, stop. Clear your throat, will you? Clear.
You got
There
some
we
shit.
go.
Clear
Get a
my
little- get a
throat.
little
I
something.
just fuck you.
You got a little cum on your tonsils.
Get it out of there, Devin.
Ooh. You do the intro, John.
Sure.
Yeah, you do it. And he will.
Of course. Welcome, everybody, to Rubberneckers. Today we have a special guest. We have Matt from the 69 Whiskeys podcast, along with Dave, Jody, Devin, and myself. Welcome in. Strap in. I think we're going to have a good show.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Absolutely. All right, Matt.
So, except for the fact that Devin's not awake. I'm not awake.
Yeah. Get your shit together. You guys need to go jerk off or something? We can talk for a bit.
Yeah,
Does
well,
it-
I've been
know
doing
what?
that too much. I think that's the problem.
Are you tired?
Stop doing that.
You do know,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been keeping track of what I've been doing, Jody, but
maybe.
you do realize I can't do that right now.
Well, you
Yes.
can.
Why?
You just choose not to.
No,
Wow.
no. Do you not did you not hear about the bet? You didn't hear about the bet, did you?
Let's hear about the
Enlighten me,
bet.
please.
Okay. So myself and my friends from That Damn Podcast, great guys. Shout out to them. On our second to last episode before we took a break, we decided that, or we basically came up with a bet where I, throughout the entire duration of Lent, which is the Christian holiday or whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
It's
I
where you
could not-
arbitrarily give up
Yeah.
stuff
basically, yes. Thank you for
to try
simplifying
and
it
stay
for me.
humble or whatever
It
bullshit.
shows your willpower as a Christian, as a God-fearing man.
Yeah, so we decided that I'm not going to jerk off until Easter, and
Oh.
it has been a very, very
Come on,
tough,
man.
tough experience. This is
How-
worse
That's too
than
long.
Donut November.
God damn. Did you do it a lot before? Like on Fat Tuesday, were you just beating your dick with both hands, Mish?
I must have did it at least 2 or 3 times that day just to prep myself for what I'm about to suffer.
So no fat means no nothing.
No, nothing. I haven't busted a nut since the day before Ash Wednesday.
Yeah,
you
but
still-
are you allowed to touch it?
Are you
have
still
to use
washing it?
tweed.
Matt?
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
you have
I
to
mean, of
use-
course I am, but I mean, I still watch porn, which is ridiculous considering what I'm doing. But I still watch
What?
porn just for the entertainment of it, just because, you know what,
Come
I
on,
want to
man.
watch porn today.
He's a young guy,
So,
Dave. He's
Yeah,
still
cut me some slack. I'm only 24 for fuck's
he's
sake. I gotta-
24. He's
I
still got
gotta
it all
keep
inside him.
the, I gotta keep the testosterone going some way,
Okay.
somehow.
Okay. So what porn is entertaining when you're not jerking off?
That's a good
That's
question.
the only reason for pornography.
You're right. I don't know. Like our friends Jody from Porn Stash, they made me fucking watch some dumb shit a couple of days ago to prep for their episode I was a
Yeah.
guest on, and I did not get hard or jerk off at all for
Yeah, they
that.
watch fucked up shit. There was like a cum omelet or something like that. Like,
Oh my
they get
god!
deep.
Don't even bring
Oh,
up the
yeah.
cum omelet
There's a
for
lot.
Christ's sake.
What?
Yeah, there's a lot.
See, these are sick people.
See, John's
Why?
having an oral and
Oh
he's
yeah, I
having
forgot.
a moral
John's the
conflict
available
right
one.
now. No, he's having a moral conflict right now because he's like, I really love food, but I hate cum.
Yeah. Why ruin a perfectly good omelet with that? Come
Yeah.
on.
No.
What's up with that?
Here's
John,
the thing,
John,
Here's
you
the
eat
thing.
tapioca pudding.
That's the same thing.
There's not
That's
cum
much
in
the
it.
Same. I mean,
It's not the same. Well, you know
the
what?
same
I don't know
texture,
that.
it's the same
It
color.
might be the same.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
At least
be
it's
honest
cold.
with
That's
you.
probably the best part of it. Would you eat room temperature tapioca? Because that sounds
In a
disgusting.
pinch, probably. I can't remember the last time I had tapioca pudding. It's been months. It's been longer than Matt's jerked off. So
but
Matt,
that's one of the
Easter
key
Sun-
John facts. John is
Matt.
you like donuts, even though you don't claim.
I
you
don't like
eat
donuts. I don't
Yeah,
eat
but
donuts.
You
but
like
go ahead.
them, you just don't eat them.
and you
I
don't,
don't
eat
like 'em.
tapioca pudding. Oh, okay.
Oh, I love tapioca pudding.
Yeah,
That I
shit is
do.
delicious.
I just don't eat it as much. I haven't had it in a while. Trying to lose weight, Dave. Trying to get healthy. Eye of the tiger. That kind of thing.
I believe in you, John.
So Matt, on Easter Sunday, will you look like a sprinkler? Do you think? Or do you think
That's
you'll
what I was
hold
going
off
to
and-
say.
I got you know what? I got a meme that I'm saving for at least close to that point when it gets to the end of the bet, which is only like a week and a half away at this point.
Yeah,
Which
just
so I got like a meme for that kind of demonstrates what you just said. It's great. It's like the second somebody touches you, and you're just gonna fucking explode all over the place. It's great.
Have you been challenged to jerk off to Jesus porn since it's Easter?
No, I have
It's not his
not.
birthday,
I'm
it's like
not
just
making any other bets at this point. in time.
Jesus' resurrection day. So like zombie
Yeah,
porn,
whatever the
maybe
fuck.
that might be appropriate.
If you
Oh
watched any,
man, we
Yeah, this
we
Jesus porn?
covered that shit though on our show when we had my friend that's a porn star that was over. He talked about stuff like that, like that's in the industry, and the way
Yeah.
it was described is fucking unsettling to say the least. Like undead or dead porn, I guess, whatever it's called. There's a term
Yeah, but it's
for
just
it.
fantasy.
Yeah, it's cosplay at the Devin,
It's
would you-
cosplay, but here's the thing. It's like here's
What?
the thing. The women that are getting fucked have to actually act like a corpse. They're not moving. They're
Right.
not saying anything. It's
That's
They
right.
already do that.
I know a few
Yeah,
women that
It's
could give
called,
them
I mean,
lessons.
in a marriage, it's called starfishing.
It's called
so
normal sex.
It's not very different.
It's called married sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jody knows a thing or two about that, I guess.
So hold
I don't
on,
think so.
Doesn't your show say no kink shaming?
yeah, about more or less.
Aren't you kink shaming?
I'm not kink shaming. It's just, look, everything that my co-host Eric is into is stuff that I'm not necessarily into. That doesn't mean people can't enjoy it. It's
Yeah, that's
just
Eric's
not
rule,
my thing.
Dave.
It's just not my. I don't do it either. It's just not my thing. I don't enjoy stuff like that.
Hey, John,
Yes.
you know what Matt does like?
What's that?
Big fucking tits.
Big fucking tits.
Hey, you know what? They don't call me Motorboat and Matt for nothing, and Jody knows that better than anybody. So
I noticed that.
He kissed my tits. It's nice.
yeah, the third nipple below the actual one.
Let's see. Let me just see. Matt, let me ask you this. Does
What's up?
this turn you on? What do you think? Is that up your alley? Are you into fathead
No,
cam girls?
Shout
Not
out
my
to
thing, personally.
Fap Doodle on my free cams. That's
yeah. Shout out to
I
her
don't even know how
because
to spell
she's
that.
getting that money. So respect to her. But personally, that's not my thing. It's not my type.
what, head too big? Is that the problem?
Yeah. What's the issue with?
What's the issue with this lovely lady?
I'll say this for a bigger gal. She's not ugly.
No,
That's
she's
nice.
not.
No, not necessarily. I just bigger women or BBWs are not necessarily something I go after.
She does have a big coconut, though. I mean, that's a big face. That's a lot of face right there.
She got a head like Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
What about BBH?
Oh,
What about BBHs? Are you into them?
I don't
Big,
like Star
beautiful-
Wars.
What's
a
H's?
BBH?
Heads, big and beautiful
Oh,
heads.
I mean, considering I fucking have a big ass head, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a very big ass fucking head. I have a very big square head. I've been made aware of by some of my friends.
Dave seems to be into this too, as you notice.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's Dave's kink, man. Good for him.
I tried to make it life size.
That one has a
Comparing that.
brain tumor.
Hey John, where'd you get a picture of
Oh,
Amy
yeah.
Schumer and David Cross?
You know what? That actually does work. David Cross. I forgot about David Cross.
You know, that's Devin's favorite cam girl.
Yes.
Fellow degenerate alcoholic that can't get her life together. Actually, your life's more together than hers is.
Yeah, look at you. You're not selling yours. Well, I don't know. How much do you think she's making in a free cam girl kind of thing?
She charges like $10 to take a shot, and people pay that
Oh, to take a shot of alcohol.
Yes.
for her to take a shot. Yes.
Oh yeah,
It's
pe-
like,
people will pay for that, no problem.
oh yeah.
Okay, wait, Matt. I had a question for you.
What's up, Devin?
So
Or not Devin? Fuck. got my-
yeah, it's Devin.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got
Oh,
it
it's
right the
Devin.
first
Okay.
time.
It's
Got it.
funnier if you call him something different, but if you get his name right, no, that kind of
Yeah,
works.
hilarious.
I guess.
Hilarious.
What were you
Hilarious.
gonna
So-
ask me? I apologize.
All right. If you have a wet dream and finish, does that
Yep.
mean you fail?
No, that's
No.
not fapping.
No. Yeah, I had to look up fapping. I had no idea
That
what it was.
That hasn't happened, but I would assume no because I wasn't actively thinking about it. So
What if you just hump something until you come? That's not technically jerking off.
I mean,
That's
I
cheating,
think
Jody.
that would
Come
be
on, man.
cheating. I think that would be cheating.
I think that if I saved it for like 2 weeks and I just flexed my like made my dick jump a bunch in a row, I could probably shoot one off and not even have to touch it.
Everybody, you have to wrap your head around that one yet?
Challenge accepted. I'll be
Why
right
do you look, why do you look so confused, John?
Yeah, it might work. Yeah.
Can you not flex your dick, John?
You gotta flex your prostate, like you
course I
squeeze your
can.
fucking your little taint muscle. It's like you do dude Kegels. I could probably do that if I had been stored up for a couple of weeks. Yeah, I could probably get there. Just do that a bunch.
I mean, you say a couple weeks. It's been over a month for me, so it's only going to get worse from here.
40
long-
days and 40 nights.
Oh man,
More than that, because fucking Easter's like a week later than it usually is, which is
See?
bullshit.
See, it's terrible.
Yeah, you're
See-
gonna ruin your nephew's Easter party. I'm sure.
Well, thankfully, we're not fucking going anywhere. So,
I don't think I did anything with a glaze around you for a while. Just saying.
You should save it, or you should measure how far you get on that first one. You know what I'm saying? Like get in the bathroom and put a tape measure down or something.
You know what? A friend of mine that kind of flirt every now and again. She wants me to send her the first nut.
Oh, like in a jar?
No, like a video of it.
All right. Can I address the comment that Devin just put
You
up?
know what they say? That how's the song go? The first nut is the biggest, something like that.
First nut is
Yeah.
the.
Yeah, it was a
Deepest-
Sheryl Crow song.
Yes.
I remember that.
All right. So put that back up there. Can you, Devin? Ollie Brazen says, John, would you box Doug at a meetup? No, I'm not boxing Doug at a meetup. That's ridiculous. You're stupid. And no, that's not happening. Why would I do that? First of all, like I said, I'm 60 years. My boxing days are way over.
Yeah, you guys are retards. Only young people beat up their friends. That's why you don't
Yeah.
have any.
I mean, if I was like if I was, I mean, listen, I'm not going to lie. If you put up a bunch of money and, when Doug and I were going to make, I don't know, a couple grand or something like that, sure, I would go in there and take a punch and fall on the ground for that. Absolutely. But I'm not going to go in there and fight Doug. First of all, he's a friend of mine, and that's ridiculous. And a tit off?
Would
Well,
you
I
let
don't
him
know about a
slap
tit
you
off.
like Will Smith?
I heard
Let's
that
slap.
episode.
Yeah, that can work.
So
How much would it charge to somebody? How much would it cost somebody to like open hand smack you across the face, John?
Oh, about $100 grand.
You could auction that off. I bet there's somebody out there that might pay for it.
Yeah. I'm not going to
see-
stand. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what Chris Rock did. I'm going to slip it. You know how he moved his face at the last minute, and I'm going to slip it.
No.
I'm not going to sit there and take it full
Fuck,
bore
no,
on
fuck that. I think you need to go Puerto Rican fight stance and
First
put
of
your hands
all-
behind your back like this.
No.
Fucking
I've
chin out.
had three major concussions, and I'm not taking a chance. I'm
I
not
think
taking a
you
chance
should-
on a fourth.
I think you should enter a professional slapping league and only be slapped and not slap anyone else.
I watched those, and some of them were just plain old ridiculous. I mean, you can just see the lights
Right.
go out.
Yeah, Russian people are wild, dude. I
Yeah.
guess there's just nothing to do there.
There's nothing. I tell you what, nothing must make your balls shrivel up is when you slap somebody as hard as you can, and they just sit there and look at you,
Yep.
and then theirs is a coming. That has to be horrible.
You ever seen this shit, Dave?
Hold on, unless it's one of your sexual what's the word?
Proclivity?
Proclivities. Yeah. You're not into that, John.
Which is
Getting slapped.
Oh yeah, you don't like slap.
that's
You don't
not.
like the
That's
rough
there's
stuff.
nothing sexual. There's nothing sexual about that, Dave.
Yes, there is.
You
What
don't
if
know.
you-
You don't know me
John-
or my friends.
Yeah,
There's
John.
not every
There's
time when
nothing
someone
sexual-
touches you.
There's nothing sexual about insert anything and somebody thinks it's sexual.
Yeah, it's true. What if you slapped a guy and he got a boner? Would you fight him or run away?
Jeez, that's a good question.
Like
I
he
think
had
I'd
sweat- he had
I think I'd
sweatpants,
run. I think
you
I'd
fucking
run.
smack the shit out of him, and then he just goes, and he's like holding his face, and then all of a
Yeah,
sudden you
he's
see
like,
the
"Come here, big
sweatpants
boy."
pin up.
Yeah, I
You
think I would.
leaving?
Think I would head for the hills. To be quite honest with you.
I'm out.
Yeah.
So let's do a story.
All right. Well, first of all, I want to bring up that Jody said today on Twitter that Smashing Pumpkins and Tool are the same band.
You're a
Devin?
fucking idiot.
That's it.
I
Devin?
saw that in our little show prep there and immediately got pissed off.
Good. It was supposed to piss somebody off. Didn't you read the tweet?
Well, the thing is that he's basically right. I mean, it's Smashing
You're
Pumpkins,
stupid
Tool,
too.
and
Get 'em,
there's a
John.
lot of bands from that era that are
Yeah.
just basically the same. They all sound the same.
I'm not saying that I hate those guys. I'm
No,
just
I
saying
think
to
they're
me, when
okay.
I hear one or the other, they're interchangeable to me. It's like
It's-
Motley Crue and Poison. Like they all
Yep.
sound the same to me.
I have something here. I don't think they both sound the same personally to me. I do think to an extent they now look the same because if you think about Billy Corgan and I forgot the Maynard James Keenan, I think the lead singer of
Nailed
Tool
it.
is. They're both bald, and they
Yeah.
both are very, I would say, flamboyant in
they're like
how they
emo
make
people,
their
man.
shows. I wouldn't even say emo. If they were emo, this is like that's like My Chemical Romance or some shit.
It's like
I'm
emo
thinking-
metal. Like
Yeah.
that's what I would call.
I would
it,
say
emo
Tool.
metal.
I would say Tool was more
It's-
emo metal than Smashing Pumpkins are.
It's
Kinda
pre-emo.
reminds-
It's before it came before the emo
I
stuff.
guess
Tool-
that's true.
Tool kind of reminds me of a band called Stabbing Westward. I don't know if you guys even remember
No.
that band.
Never heard of them.
Holy shit!
Stabbing Westward. They basically have two, I think, really good songs. Besides that, and it's kind of that same whiny bullshit music.
Yeah,
You know, my life sucks.
I didn't even say I don't like it. I
Yeah.
just said they sound the same to me. That's all.
That's all.
Couldn't tell them apart. If you played one or the other, I 50-50 chance I guessed the right one.
What exactly makes
But-
them sound the same? Because they don't. The instrumentals and how they sound. If you listen to any of their hits, they don't sound remotely the same to me.
Yeah.
Like maybe some of the vocals may have similar pitches, but other than that, I can tell what a Tool song is just by how fucking long it is. For Christ's sake, I mean, you mean to
Oh,
tell
that
me?
is- Listen, if I had to pick between the two, I'd take Smashing Pumpkins because Tool is a little too heavy for me in general.
Hey Jody,
Yeah.
what about doing a cover of a song, say something like Landslide?
That's bad.
Would you-
That's,
Would you
That's real
prefer
bad.
Tool to do it or Smashing Pumpkins to do it?
can I choose death?
Now,
Is that an
now
option?
we know what the Smashing Pumpkins version sounds like.
Landslide. Isn't that a Fleetwood Mac song?
Yes,
It is. Yeah.
And oh wow, I never heard that version. Of it.
Wait,
Oh,
they
J-
fucking covered that song? I
John,
didn't know about this.
it's
Billy
so
Corgan
bad.
did,
Yeah.
Oof.
It hits a chord. I don't like it at all.
yeah.
Okay.
But the Tool version you probably wouldn't hate. So they're not the same band. You're wrong, Jody. Okay, next topic.
Yeah.
All
next.
right. Here we go. Elon Musk, priority share owner of Twitter, unveils Optimus, a humanoid robot where you will download your personality. Anybody into this
Me.
besides me?
I'm there. It's because you're old.
Yeah, absolutely. I would do. Yes, I would do this. I would absolutely load my consciousness into a robot and get rid of this rickety old fat body. I would do it in a heartbeat.
But if you load your consciousness, like you are still essentially yourself, but you're still essentially yourself, but a robot. You are still same
Yes.
personality. You like I am right now. It would continue to come up with shit on the fly with
Well,
whatever
that-
programming.
That's not what he's doing here. What he's doing here is you would program the robot with your tendencies. So you really aren't part of you're not really part of the robot. The thing like okay, for like Dave, curmudgeon, overbearing,
yeah.
that Devin would be I don't know, what would Devin be? What would Devin be? How would you load Devin's robot? What would he be?
Drunk.
Just a cool guy, right, Devin?
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Me
talks a lot and adds so much to the show.
Thank you so much, Dave.
for me it would
Go
be
fuck yourself.
exactly.
We'll
To me, it would
talk.
be low IQ, right, Dave? What else would I be? I would be a low impulse.
No, your average IQ, John.
average IQ.
Don't
Okay,
exaggerate.
average IQ.
We
all right.
measured it. It's 100.
Hey, Dave.
I'm not sad about that.
No,
I'm
it's
not
good.
embarrassed.
Hey,
You
Dave.
shouldn't be. Yes, Jody.
Can I put your consciousness into a sex doll and fuck it?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Would that
I-
offend you?
No, that should
No,
be
not
something
at
that
all.
should be done. That should be something
Not
that
at
should
all.
be done. Not
What if I
the
did a
fucking
really bad
robot.
job? Just rough you up a little bit, but it's like your sex doll. Because I'm not going to get the expensive one. I'm going to piece one out and get like, you'd have a coffee can for an arm or some shit. Like, it would be pretty bootleg, but it would have your soul.
I'd be disappointed if it wasn't rough and super fucked up.
Yeah. It look like
It'd
a
have
crash
to be.
test dummy when I'm done with it.
You know what this sounds like to me, and this is just me probably being a massive gamer nerd. But does anybody know the game Destiny or anything like
Devin?
that?
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Devin
Okay,
does.
so you know Destiny. It sounds as if it's like an EXO, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
It sounds a little EXO like to me.
Yeah, they're like a robot race that you can play as in the game. They have like a personality and everything.
Yeah,
So they look like people, or they look like robots?
No, they look like
no,
robots.
they're robots. They're robots, but they
They like a
have
TV in their
personality.
chest with like a face on it or something.
They're not
like,
Teletubbies, Jody.
No.
close enough.
The thing here
I've
with
got a
I'm
question,
sorry, go ahead.
Jody. Would you want my robot self to have Robo Parkinson's or no Robo Parkinson's?
I figure if it's going to be old, that'll just be a massage feature, right? I could just
Yeah,
sit
there
on
you
you.
go.
Yes.
It'll be made out of old equipment. I'll just make you out of an old bed from a hotel.
Do vibrations do anything for you, Jody?
On the
Like
taint.
when you put a Hitachi on your taint or whatever?
Yeah, right on the taint. I didn't know that. Some gal did it one time, and it was all right. It was all right. Nothing in the butt, though. Just on the taint.
Yeah, riding a motorcycle once in a while will give you the same kind of
Yeah.
certain way.
That's a really good example, John.
Yeah, absolutely.
But vibrations do nothing for me.
So
Not a thing.
okay, so let me just circle this around, because if it can be used for good, it can be used for evil.
Oh, wow.
So what I'm thinking is, like, you have one of these robots, and they're 5'8", 125 pounds, and you can either get them in male or female. So what if you get one, and what you do is you program an ex-girlfriend, the one that got away, program that.
And then beat the shit out of it? Stab
Well, I
Throw
wasn't
it
going
off
to
a
beat the
ceiling?
shit out of it,
Oh,
but I mean,
sorry.
you could continue the relationship.
No, my ex-girlfriend was a bitch. I would rather not.
Okay, well, not her, but has ever had one that got away that you kind of still
No.
you see, you're
she's
young
really,
yet.
she's really the only one I've like had a long-term relationship with, and
Uh-oh.
I'd rather not.
He said, "I'm
deal
good.
with that again. I'm
Thanks.
Devin, how about you?
No.
No, not a boy toy that maybe got away, or
Dude, guys are like, one in a bucket, man. That's easy.
Yeah, dime a
Okay.
dozen. Dong a
Yeah.
dozen.
all right. So no one got away. Jody, the one you choked up against the closet, you wouldn't want to give her a ride one more time?
I might give that a shot, but I wouldn't want to deal with it anyway. Like if I could unplug it after, that'd be cool.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
of
wanna-
course you could. Yes, of course you could. It would be nice. You could have one for every night of the week. You just have the redhead, the brunette.
It would
the
be pretty
blonde.
cool to lean over and say, "Alexa, blow me," and then that thing would just start fucking sucking you off.
Also, Jason, yes, you're probably right.
What did
I
Jason
saw that
say?
in the chat.
What did
Someone
Jason
pull that
say?
up right quick.
Yeah, if Matt
completely.
gets this robot on Easter Sunday, the poor fucking thing will be shorted out from all the nut seepage.
That'd be hilarious.
Well,
Be sparks shooting out of her fucking head by noon.
No, it'd be funny though if we're talking about like the X Flame or the one that got away, and you only use it for sex, and then like you plug it out and then you plug it back in, and it's like, oh, I wanted to spend time with you. Why did you plug me out? She'd be like one of those fucking robots where she's like
Right.
offended that you don't want to spend time with it. Could you imagine if it starts gaining consciousness like that? Holy crap!
You don't have to. It's AI, dude.
Yeah, next thing you know, I'm going to go play golf. I don't think so. You hear the doors lock. Shit.
Did you take the trash out yet?
God.
Man, this is fucking Skynet. Man.
Skynet.
I'm telling you right now, this is gonna be, the world is looking more and more like the fucking Terminator every fucking year with some of the shit I've seen.
I want to know why it's sad. What was sad about that? That you might want to rekindle a romance that didn't go well or something like that. You have the chance to do it. Why not? It's basically, it could be the same as any kind of fantasy game that you play
But
online.
did anybody ask you, John? Did you
Oh.
have one that got away? Did she break out of the duct tape or what?
Yeah, there's a couple. To be honest with you, I would have multiple programmed couple of them in there. Sure, why not? Remember,
Oh,
I've
now-
been down the road a piece
Hey.
more than you guys have.
yeah,
Now, you didn't say that. If I could preload it with like 6 or 7 different ones, that might be okay.
See,
They
that's what I'm
just
talking
turn,
about.
Turn the knob on their fucking neck.
You know
Yeah.
what? I think it would be a better idea if instead of the one that got away or an ex-girlfriend or something like that, if it was like someone that you were in a relationship with that died. That would be that would probably be a lot. I don't want to say wholesome. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if that's the word, but that would probably be a better option if you think about it. Because it's like, oh, this person died, and now
Yeah, and you can
you want-
pretend that they're dead or alive just by turning
Yeah.
it on or off. Easy.
Change the contrast to green a little bit. But yeah, she's
It-
fine.
The other
Wait.
thought I had is, what if you're more of a pet lover than a human lover?
Oh,
Like Devin, your dead dog, for example.
Yes.
Chipper.
Just bring- Yeah, Chip. Of course, John remembers the name.
Yeah, good job. You're off there by a vowel, but
Chopper.
there you go.
Chappy.
Chopper went through the chipper. Sorry.
Would you bring Choppy back to life?
No,
Why not?
that's demented.
I feel like that
Why?
would have
wouldn't think
happened
that'd be
first.
fun. I don't think that'd be fun though, because like,
Yeah,
how
but what
could
if you
possibly-
really loved your dog? Like really, really, really loved your dog?
Oh,
Like
you
sexually.
mean how much
Like,
you love that dead cat?
Yeah, sexually too. Yes, that's right.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, Jody, would you bring back that dog that you had for target practice?
It's gonna be
yeah, and
limping around.
would you get it right the next time?
Yeah, I probably would have. All I need is jumper cables the next time. I'll be fine.
So
Yeah.
I mean, this obviously leads to when John inevitably dies first.
Okay, statistics
Yeah.
would say that.
We need to get the podcast going, John. You need
So-
to program a John bot that can
John,
keep
sit there
editing, at least
do
keep
all the
editing
work.
the show for us.
You
Right.
need to get 2 of those fucking things and tape them together, and then it'll put your shirts on it and stuff, and then just sit it in the chair. It'll be our
But then-
producer.
But then would it also learn to do the editing and such?
I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know. Probably, maybe, I guess.
What?
Or is that
Okay,
too
this is-
advanced? Is that too advanced though?
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know.
This-
You could, maybe.
This is
It
a
takes-
question for everybody.
Yes.
How much would you have to change John, the robot version of John, before you'd want to fuck it?
Now remember, Robot John's 5'8", 125 pounds.
Oh, we'll just take the head off then, I guess.
Right?
Oh, you don't like the head?
Huh?
But John's face is his best feature. What are you talking about? And his lovely eyes, or whatever he says.
It's not even his eyes; it's his beard. I think if I felt like dude beard,
David.
if I felt dude beard on my fucking crotch, it would probably my dick would just go limp. Like I don't even think I could keep it
Hey.
stiff. Just nothing
I don't-
personal. It's getting fucking whisker burn on my thighs. It's just not amusing to me.
That's too skinny for that height. I don't know about that. I've seen some 5'8", 125-pound people that weren't really. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, very athletic. Again, it's a robot. It's not like it's. I
Yeah,
don't even
that's
think,
right.
would it have skin?
It's just a robot.
It's just a
Robots are
robot.
heavy as shit. I watch BattleBots. Those goddamn things are like 400 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh, what, John? What about bringing making a juice robot so you can go back to doing Brand X podcasts?
A deuce robot.
Would you
A
do
do
that?
spot?
Deuce bot.
Would you
No.
ditch all of us for Robo Juice?
Yeah, I think I would. I think I would ditch all of you for Robo Deuce, to be honest with you. Sorry, Rubberneckers is over once again.
Robo Juice.
Robo Deuce.
Robo
I think that might be the hang on. That might be the title of this episode, Robo Deuce. I think I can do that one.
I don't know. I think Jody just said a good one. Jody, say it again.
What? I said Robo Neckers? That's what I said.
Robo Neckers. Ah,
Oh yeah, good
I
one.
like that. I might have to get our resident cartoon artist on the phone and make us all robots. I wonder how much that'll cost me.
We just have
Yeah,
those
that might
fucking
cost a little bit.
hats. Just have those RoboCop hats with the fucking red line across the face.
There you go.
Yeah.
You could do that.
So I'd make robot versions of my ex-girlfriend that I had in Japan, someone I went to uni with, and someone I used to podcast with. But I'm not going to say who.
Oh, that poor robot would be all rusted up.
Yeah.
That thing would look like a glaze, don't it?
I might download
But-
your setting, Dave. You might
but-
have to send that to me.
But I would make some changes, especially with the podcast one.
I turned the volume down a lot.
Yes. I would
Yes.
rip out its vocal cords.
John would just have the remote and just go mute.
Oh.
Hold on.
Yeah, you just a mute button.
That's
or
true.
An off switch, a kill switch.
Or the other thing is the one that
it'd be
you
fun.
could never get, like the girl that would never give you any time. You could
Right.
program her into that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I
Teach
mean,
that one-
people
teach her a lesson.
can't do that now, but the closest thing they can do is making deep fakes. How creepy is that?
Yeah, it's kind of
So let's say I'm infatuated with Devon, which I am, but I haven't yet made a deep fake. Well, I kind of made a deep fake of John.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're
Right.
more infatuated with me than Devin. You just don't know.
I haven't actually fucked the deep fake in virtual reality because that would be too weird, wouldn't it, John?
It's already weird. The one you did with me. The one
Why?
he
I
has.
just put you-
What are you talking about? That picture's hot.
It's pretty
Get the
good.
hell out
Hold
of
on,
here.
hold on. I need more context to this.
Oh,
I just
please,
made a
don't
3D
make us-
a 3D model.
I don't know if
John.
you can handle it, man.
So
Just-
Mish,
Look, I've heard enough. I've heard a lot of shit.
Do you have
No,
it, Dave?
Nothing
It might
would
break
shock
your
you, so-
fast.
Mish,
Yeah.
here's the deal. Dave and John used to be mortal enemies, and
Still
Dave,
are.
This I know.
Dave is the kind of person who just likes to needle if he can. So he was making 3D
Sure.
renderings, like 3D version deep fakes of him and John, like being intimate with each other,
Right. It's
For
just
fun.
the most disturbing.
just to send them to him because John is so not cool with that. Like we've worn him down where he'll play along now. Like he doesn't go full fucking like play along with the gay stuff, but he at least won't freak the fuck out. And Dave was making those at a time when he was still in freak the fuck out mode.
Yeah, that was a little too close for home. That thing was a little too close. I mean, and that was when I had shaved my head too.
Yeah.
So I had a shaved head, and that thing I was like, holy
Yeah,
shit.
those 3D renderings are wild, dude. It's
They
amazing
are
what you can do with a
amazing.
computer nowadays.
That's a little too close for home.
I'll try and find it, but it might take me a little while.
Yeah,
so
all right, there you go.
let's move on, and I'll just flash it up quickly on the screen while we're talking about something else.
All right. What do you think about aliens? Where are we with aliens? Are we
Mexicans?
no, Matt.
The
Oh,
obvious
the,
question.
uh,
the illegal ones.
No, the
Oh.
extraterrestrial ones.
I mean,
I'm
I think
starting to
it's
get-
completely probable that they're a thing.
All right.
In
Matt,
what
do you
way?
how do you feel?
I'm starting to believe it a little bit more. Each bit of news that comes out. I used to think that this was fucking nuts. Like all this shit on like Ancient
Yeah.
Aliens was completely bullshit, and they're just
It
making
is.
TV out of it.
Okay.
But not that I watch it and think it's legit anyway. But,
Okay.
But like anything that
Oh.
the Pentagon is releasing and shit like that, like come on, the fucking government. Now
Okay.
they're starting to actually say that this shit's real. Okay, well, and
They're
everyone
not.
was freaking
They're
out about
not,
it.
but you can
But
How
then,
can
what you want.
and then
Okay.
everybody else is freaking out about Area 51 a couple of years ago. It's like, oh, let's storm Area 51. Let's go clap some alien cheeks. I'm like, you do realize the government will chop you to pieces with thousands of machine guns if you even step near that fucking.
Yeah,
place.
they would. You would
I
never
wanted to
make
see it
there.
happen. I wanted to see a bunch of nerds just get shot. That'd have been
Yeah, I
great.
did too.
I
I really
wanted
did.
to see that too. Honestly,
Yeah.
I just wanted to be like, oh, finally, dumb people get what they deserve. Get what they deserve. Excuse me. And then they made a fucking concert out of it. I'm like, oh, that's fucking lame.
I mean, so right
It is
now there's
lame, yeah.
a professor that says that not only are alien hybrids walking among us, they're abducting humans and utilizing mind control powers to prepare for a massive
Oh,
takeover.
Oh,
Fuck,
yep, yep.
Alex Jones was right.
He's been right more than he's been wrong.
No,
Uh,
right about 5% of the time.
he says we have spread around the world and conquered as much as we can. We don't know whether it's true of other beings or not, but it certainly is true of what humans have done. My best guess, and this is a guess, is that yeah, they're doing the same thing. This is what they do, just like us. So he says that they're already here and they are making up. Okay, so this is what he says. They are what they were describing was the ones on board that really looked human, that were coming down and trying to learn what it was like to walk among us, to be human. At that point, I knew its integration into society is what they want prior to takeover. They can control us and we can't control them. They're superhumans, so to speak. Whether they're going to take over or not, they have the control of the human mind. I don't know I don't know what's going to happen after that. I fear the worst. I think that these beings on the board, the UFOs, have done this before.
Jesus Christ.
Now, here's
Yeah,
my.
you still could be talking about Mexicans, John.
True.
I think Mexican mind control is one of the explanations for why I'm still on this show, right, Devin?
Yeah.
I don't know what you did to me, but somehow I'm still here.
You're here because you love it. It's the most successful show you've ever been on. So
That's
what do
not,
mean?
you know, that's not true.
It is true. What
is
show were you
not
on?
true.
What show were you on that was more successful than this show?
Two shows.
Which
in
ones?
fact,
Which
who
one?
cares?
Okay.
One of them had lots of spreadsheets. I'll just say that.
Oh, okay. That show. Okay.
It most definitely was more successful.
All right.
By
We will eclipse
every measurement.
Just so you know, we will eclipse that show in 2 months.
Hey, Dave.
This will be the most successful
Oh.
show. Oh, of course we will.
John prediction.
Yeah,
Hey,
this show's way better than that show.
That's your homework, John.
Yes, Jody.
Check your Discord DM.
Okay.
Man brain. Man Brian.
Oh yeah.
Now,
There's that one.
here's my take on the
And
aliens
then there's
thing.
this one.
Like, if for some reason this happens in our lifetime, I my best and my
It won't.
I
All right,
wish it
Dave.
would,
Let
but
him talk, Dave. Jesus.
I get it. I want to do it too, but I know he's already going to do it, so I don't want to step on him. I don't believe in aliens for a goddamn second. I'm Bigfoot, aliens, Santa Claus, Jesus, all that stuff. No,
No?
none
I'm
of
just
it.
saying that if this ever becomes legit and like this is they show themselves in front of us, I want this to be like Star Wars. You know, I want this to be like humans and aliens and a bunch of different alien species getting along, or to an extent anyway.
You just
That'd
want
be
to bang
dope.
an alien, you weirdo.
No, I
you want to
don't.
bang an 8-titted, like 8 sets of titties going down the whole front of her alien gal.
You want to bang that head on the stick that's in the Mos Eisley Cantina in episode 4.
Oh my god.
Do.
Yeah.
My stroke game will be to the fucking Cantina theme song.
That's what it is.
I don't know how you don't. Here it is. Look at that.
No, remember I said I'll flash it and just don't talk about it. Just
I'm sorry.
let.
How can you not talk about that? How can you not talk about that image? It's the
Because
most
it's an audio
disturbing
podcast
image.
and we don't talk about pictures. Remember?
Yeah, you gotta
I
look that
understand.
one up, guys. There's words. Listen, words cannot describe the image. You have
The
to go back and look at it on fucking live.
Disturbing image of that. I honest to God, I feel violated. I feel like
it's
my
a modern
innocence is
day
the-
work of art, John.
Why are you feel violated?
You're
Dave
the
was the one
copycat
taking
of
it.
the
Yeah.
week. Yeah,
because
right.
that image.
You're
is
his
that-
muse.
I'm just telling you. You asked me a question. Let me answer you. This is why I feel violated. That image is of something that I would never do, but there it is, me doing it. It's horrible. Why is his cheek so puffy? Hey,
Downright
Hey, his sugar was high that day. Leave him alone.
I'm telling you, it's disturbing. That is a disturbing image for me. I don't know about anybody else, but holy shit, is
Yeah.
that a disturbing image?
Matt's probably hard.
No,
Poor Matt.
not a shit.
That might send him over the edge.
Yes,
Just
it
a couple
is.
of days, couple of days before he's done.
Oh god, I
John-
can't lose this bet, man. I don't want to lose this bet.
First of all, that image right there will probably get you to the end. Probably won't be able to
Yeah,
get
but-
hard for a week.
yeah,
Because John, you never really engage in role play or any fantasy at all, right?
That's not true.
Oh,
It's not
you keep
true.
saying how vanilla you are.
Well, yeah, when you're the shit that you guys talk about, yeah, I feel very vanilla. What was the last thing? Last week we were talking about something. I was like, "There's no way I would do that."
Oh yeah, were you
Hey,
banging
John.
chicks still when you were doing the elevator thing? Like, did you ever put on your coveralls and be like, "Hey, I'm here to inspect your fucking shafts" or whatever?
There might have been sex in an elevator with a date at one time. There might have been that. That might have
There
happened.
might be a song.
living
about
it
that,
up while
maybe.
you're going down.
right.
Loving an
exactly.
elevator.
Might have shut the car down between floors.
Yeah.
The problem was that I forgot that my flashlight was on in the back, and then there was a camera in the car, and there's like, "What the hell was all going on with that flashlight?" Oops. But anyhow,
So, I'm thinking more about this fantasy thing, John. It's
course
been
you
a
are.
while because of COVID. It's been a while for you,
yes,
right?
okay,
At some point, you want to break the drought.
sure.
So what if when you break the drought with the lovely lady says, "Yeah, let's do it," but I want to do a bit of fantasy.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm a fan of Dave, so I'm going to pretend to be Dave.
How can it would be like trying to put an oyster in a piggy bank. How would that even work? I mean, my God, talk about all they would have to do is go to all the people in the emergency room who are sitting there with jackets over their laps because they've taken Viagra and they've had it hard on for more than 4 hours and just whisper that in their ear and it would cure every one of them, to be quite honest with you. No, of course not. But again, if
You
someone
do it, John. I guarantee you would do
I
it.
would not. To you,
You
you're out of
turn
your
down. You
mind.
turn down sex. You haven't had sex
If
for
I
3
had to
years.
pretend it was you, yes. If I had to pretend it was you, I would
turn
absolutely.
down sex.
Yes.
I don't believe you. I don't believe
Go
you.
ahead, Matt. I'm
I
sorry.
I want to test John's kinkiness. Let's just say
Sure.
that, or lack of.
All
Jody,
right.
should I recommend Pip Pip Cheerio?
Oh, that'd be a good episode. You should.
You
Yeah,
should
yeah.
listen if you want. John, I know you listened to a couple of episodes from us. I recommend checking out episode 30, and I want to know your opinion on it. I want you to listen to it in its entirety.
Okay.
Your
I will
head's
do
in
that.
it.
I want you to get back to
Yeah.
me on your thoughts about
I
it.
will report on the next episode. I will report on what I thought of it, and I will definitely, me, I'll do
That's
it.
your homework from me.
I will do
Yeah.
it. That'll be my.
Take a bear aspirin just before, John. You're gonna
Oh,
want to
wow.
keep the blood circulating.
Okay.
It's wild.
Holy shit. Is she?
Read it.
All right, read that.
Hey,
Would you
I'll
let-
read it. Yeah, I'll read it. So Teresa said, "Would you let her blow you if she just wore a cardboard cutout of Dave's face?" Which is hilarious.
It is hilarious. And the answer is no. No.
I might.
Come on. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if I would do that with any, not even
If it's a
Ryan
cardboard
Reynolds.
cutout, does it have a beard on it? Because like previously, I don't really like feeling dude hair on my thighs when I'm filleted. It's not my favorite.
Terrible. Dave's face. Oh my god. We'll be able to sleep tonight. The nightmares will start.
Okay, what about if you don't have to pretend it's me when you
Okay.
break your drought, but while you're having sex and instead of saying that person's name, you just have to substitute for Dave. That's the only difference. Everything else exactly the same. You're not pretending it's me. All
Gun to
you're
my
saying
head.
is, "Oh my
Gun-
God, Dave, you feel
He's
so
like-
good, Dave."
Gun to my head.
Fuck me harder, Dave.
Oh, hold on. Gun to my head. The closest thing I could do would be Dave. I might be able to say Dave, but I don't think I could say Dave.
Because he could play it off. Because he's like, "What'd you say?" I said, "They've really been giving it hell this year. They've been making a lot of mistakes there in Washington.
Holy. All right.
They've
can we
been
change-
moving in a lot around the block, driving up my goddamn property value. Driving down.
It's funny with this show. If there's any crack in somebody's, if there's any kind of weakness, boy, they dive right into it. It's amazing. And you guys love to just take in anything that you find as far as me being vanilla or not. Not crazy. I'm not crazy. Like some of that shit you guys were talking about last week was just outright crazy.
Yeah,
I
there's crazy stuff. That's what we like to talk about. I think Mish is on a fucking dry spell too. What are you working on, Mish? You on a couple years.
Yeah,
A year?
it's January 2020 was the last time I got laid.
He's 24. Be mad at him. John's old.
Yeah,
Actually, I wasn't able to tell you this, Jody, but I did actually get a teeny bit of action in like November-ish. So,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like I got laid or anything, but like I had a little action with
Did you get a handy from some fucking gal?
some streetwalker over in
Nah, it was a date that I had took out, and she was. I'm not sure if she was trying to trap me because she was from Brazil and she was like a
Leave it in
exchange
there.
student.
I want to feel you inside my kidneys, son. Or whatever they say in
Brazilian.
Portuguese.
I don't know if she was
Student,
trying to
okay.
trap me, so I didn't go all the way, but there was
Oh.
a couple of motorboatings going on there.
we
Hell
love
yeah,
your
dude.
long time green card.
I heard a comment the other day that made me. I
That's
watched
John's
porno.
Brazilian accent. Cool.
That's pretty good. That's what they all sound like.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a term for porn the other day, like because this guy said we're talking about getting blowjobs, and there's a term that I didn't know existed, but I've always called it turtling. It's when a gal takes the penis and like she's getting on the side of it, and like her lips almost touch together. Like I don't know, it's hard to describe.
Is that the one where it pops out when she's giving head? Like she deliberately makes
Sometimes
that
that will
sound.
happen, but it's when a gal's like getting on it, but she's like got her lips wrapped around it and they're almost touching. And I would always call that like turtle mouthing because it kind of looks like that. But some guy called that harmonica the other day, and it made me laugh out loud when he said it. And I was like, I'm a fan of
Pretty good.
harmonica porn. I don't know if the genre exists, but I learned a new porno term and it made me laugh.
Well, you like blowjob porn more than I do, so
You guys certainly do talk a lot about porn.
We watch it.
You guys
Sorry,
watch
John.
it together?
Well, 69 Whiskey, like I tried to mention to you, Eric Weinstein is a savage little fucking pervert, man. And
Okay.
it's basically all he does is invite his other weird friends on to try to embarrass Mish.
They don't embarrass me. I don't think. If anything, they educate me. If anything, Jody.
Embarrassed might have been the wrong, but they want to break him, is what they're trying to do. Like they'll have people on
They've done it
talking
on a few
about
occasions.
nipple
You
clamps
fucking-
and butt probes and all kinds of shit like that. So
Yeah.
he goes,
When-
"Oh my god, I can't believe that exists."
What
No, no,
what
no.
about
When-
what is
when
it
you-
called? Figging or whatever when you stick ginger up your butt?
I
What?
never heard of that before in my life. I don't know what the fuck you're watching, but
Ginger.
They do
You
things
mean-
different in
ginger,
Australia,
like
man.
You
The
mean
root.
the girl from Gilligan's Island?
No,
Yeah.
not the girl from Gilligan's Island. That would be infinitely better.
you want to know what
Ginger stings when you stick it up your butt. A
Does
lot.
it?
I've never
Yes.
heard that
And you
before.
would do this? Why?
For
Well,
the
for-
thrill.
Why, John?
Why do
don't
people
understand.
eat hot peppers, John?
John,
Well, for the flavor of it. The next day is the worst part. All right.
why do people zap their clits with electric probes?
That's
That's-
a thing.
John,
That's the thing. I
did
have
get
no idea.
probed at a porn convention once. Believe it or not, they did.
First of all, you were at a porn convention?
yes,
You got
The one-
probed?
It
the
was
one
in New Jersey,
the-
John.
the
You
one
should have
in
been there.
Edison.
Wait a minute.
Oh yeah,
hold
I
on.
forgot. You're not kinky enough for that shit.
Wait a minute. No. First of all, where was this convention at?
It's in Edison at the
Okay.
conventions that are there. They run it like every fall, I think.
for
So-
our international listeners, where the fuck's that?
It's
New Jersey.
It's
New
in
Jersey.
the state of New Jersey. It's like it's like
Oh.
45 minutes north of me.
Yeah, we didn't
Sorry,
tell
I
you
forget.
that.
I forget.
that's-
Just assume everything's in fucking New Jersey.
That's you should just assume everything in America happens in New Jersey.
Yeah,
It's
we
a
didn't
good
want to
point.
tell
Wow.
you,
Michigan.
but
Here's something, Matt. If you're from New Jersey, I've never got along with anyone from New Jersey ever.
Okay,
It's a good
so
point.
I have a lot to live up to, don't I?
How's he
Come on.
going so
Yes.
far, Dave?
Sorry,
How's he doing so far?
he seems all right.
Yeah.
Way
I was-
less annoying than some of the others from New Jersey, right, John?
yes.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I was gonna say though,
Are, are there two sides of New Jersey? Are there the John type people and the Matt type people? Or
let's just say you either have the super Italian ones.
Yes, I'd say there's
or-
another one that's not accounted for, and it's like the situation guy, the Jersey Shore dipshit. I'm sure
Yeah,
that's-
not even that. Like just the Italian ones. Like you can tell when someone's Italian, I think. And then there's
like
Well,
Buddy
then-
Velastro?
then there's what the fuck is it?
Forget
There's-
about.
There's the
Oh!
Hasidic Jews over in the west, or no, the east.
Oh.
Excuse me. There's a
Mhm.
bunch. There's like a whole town of Hasidic Jews that just congregate. That's like Jerusalem. That's like I think it's been ordained by Jerusalem itself as like the stronghold
Oh shit,
for Israel. Is that part of New Jersey?
Devin, you ever seen Hasidic Jews in Michigan?
Negative.
I've only
Yes,
seen.
they have more Muslims there.
No, yeah, we got a whole
Well,
lot of towel wearers.
Yeah,
I have-
I've
we have
seen
those too.
Amish even. They
We
like
have
around
those
here.
too.
A few Amish people, but never fucking. I don't think I've seen a lot of Hasids, man.
Jesus Christ.
But you know what? The weird part is like
Wow.
the Jewish
told
population
you.
or most of that area is actually very nice because they're all fucking filthy rich. I've worked there. I've worked
Weird.
in that area before. So most of the houses are like fucking over $1 million easy. And they're just gorgeous houses. Some of them aren't so great, but most of the ones I've been to that I've worked at have been like fucking definitely like $1.5 million, especially
Man.
with the property tax in this fucking state. God
I
damn,
bet you the
What?
term "filthy rich" was invented for Jews. Doesn't it sound like
Oh, yeah.
something you would say,
Yeah, of
like
course,
as a
of course,
derogatory
of course.
statement?
Aren't
Well, I mean,
Hasidic
aren't
Jews
they always
supposed
called sneaky and
Yeah, but filthy, like he's filthy rich, which means he's a Jew.
you know because they're always
aren't okay?
Jesus
Enough of the
Christ, yeah.
anti-Semitism. Aren't
Wow.
Hasidic?
I wasn't going
Jews
to take it
supposed
down that way.
Yeah, aren't Hasidic Jews supposed to be into some of the kinkiest shit because they're so fucking repressed?
Honestly,
Oh, they fuck
Yeah.
through sheets, right? Isn't that the
Yeah,
I've
I've
heard,
no,
like,
no. They
sex-
fuck through their sheets.
Yeah, so I was
Oh,
going to say
yeah,
they put
yeah.
a hole in a sheet, and this is why they don't have to see and it's great for the women because they don't have to shave their legs or anything like that, you know?
But you know what? Because I think the husbands are so repulsed just by women in general, I think, because why else would they do that? I mean, let's be honest. I mean, as far as I know and what I've been told anyway, and I won't say the person's name that told me this. I mean, they really just marry just to have kids. That's really what the point of them marrying women is.
Well, yeah,
I was like, you'll do.
And
Yeah, but that's the thing, like that, like you'll have my kids, and then I really don't pay too much attention to. They don't even pay attention to
Yep.
their own fucking kids. Most of the houses I go to were all fucking. They had housekeepers there that didn't even speak English with them. So when I rang the doorbell, I'm like, "Oh, I'm here for this," and they're like, "Okay," and I'm like, "Okay."
Mr. Superman noise here.
I'm not seeing a problem with this.
No, there's no
And if-
problem with it. I'm just
If you want to do
explaining
an
my
Arnold
experience.
Schwarzenegger with the housekeeper, then even better.
I'm not saying there's a
Oh, yeah, I
problem
bet
with
there's
it.
a little
Whether
bit of
whether
that.
she's a 10 or a 2, it don't matter.
God,
some,
if,
some,
every
of
time
them,
I
some of them are hot. I will say this much: some of them are very hot, and there have been times where I'm like, "Yeah, could you take me into your house?" But I know I can't.
Yeah, Latin women only come in 10s and 2s, in my experience.
Well, I was actually referencing the Hasids, but yeah.
Also that.
all right. So Jody I guess Jody put this up there. I can't remember who did this story, but I was like, I think they were just doing this to
Oh,
actually
yeah.
chat my ass.
Just
Yeah.
before we launch into that, I
Mhm.
actually did find something on what we were talking about
Okay.
to demonstrate my point. Inside the world of Brooklyn dominatrixes and their Orthodox Jewish clients.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
I heard this on a story on a podcast that I listened to, like a fun
Little
story.
dirty birdies. So in
Okay.
other words,
Oh yeah.
It said
I
that
mean,
the Jews
not-
would have to come back and like they would have to jizz into a napkin and then take it home with them
why?
because the religion's
Why?
like you're not
They're
supposed to be.
repressed. That's
you
the
can't
thing. They're
spill your
repressed.
you can't spill your
Oh,
shit.
okay. I got you.
So
All right.
instead of like coming on the floor or in a towel or on the titties or whatever you're there to do, like these Jews would just get fucking roughed up, and then they would be like blasting in like a handkerchief for a fucking.
So they could take it home.
So you
Well, the
take it
only
home
other-
and present
the-
it.
The only other place that they would put it in is their fucking wives. That's really it.
Yikes. All right. Can we get back to the transgender cash payouts? God
Speaking
damn
of
you
gay
guys.
stuff,
Yeah, you thought that was gay. All right. So apparently in Palm Springs, California, they have a pilot program where they're providing monthly payments to transgender individuals to spend however. So this is basically UI, for transgender people. They will allocate $200,000, no strings attached, to 20 individuals who identify as transgender, non-binary. And why does this happen? I mean, why would they give $600 to $900 to transgender people? I don't understand this. And why would this be a thing? And why would anybody entertain this? They're
Ooh.
saying
it says transgender or non-binary. So like, could you be a furry? Does that one count?
well, it depends on if you're a male furry or a female. Does a furry mean non-binary? All furries are non-binary.
That's not a gender.
That's not one. Okay.
Right.
yeah,
That's
I'm
a
sorry.
preference, if
I'm just
anything.
saying for $900 a month, I could do some shit. You know,
Yeah.
I like money.
Yeah, I would definitely put a furry costume on for $900 a month
Hell yeah.
It's not-
Look
it's
at
not
that
so bad.
picture. It's a big gay dude with a California flag.
with
They're
the
getting
bottom of it.
paid. Getting paid, son.
So John, you'd do that for 900, but you wouldn't pretend to be fucking me.
Right.
That hurt.
Absolutely. I don't know why you don't understand that, but
Hell
Times are-
yeah.
Times are tough, Dave. You got to make that money somehow.
sure.
Out in California, if you pretend
Yeah.
to be a woman, they'll send you some lube stamps.
Okay.
Oh man.
All right. I don't know if we want to get into this next story because I think this is the only reason this story is here is for some reason to shame Devin. But what the fuck? Here we go.
Hey, John, do we have an Anthony update?
Oh, yes. Anthony was on his show the other day, and apparently he doesn't mind some gay action.
I'm sucking a stranger's cock that I don't even know his name.
And then after that, he got into why and how it affects his life.
I'm sucking a stranger's cock that I don't even know his name, and I taste a little bit of shit. My life turned out awesome.
Apparently he approves.
We had a rough episode.
I don't know what that's all about. Alcohol
We
is a
talked
strong.
about dirty anal last week. I don't know what
That's
Anthony's
what it
problem
was.
is.
Dirty anal. Right. That's the. Yeah. Why would anybody be into that? Okay.
Why wouldn't?
I
I mean,
again,
anal's going to be dirty at some point.
not if it doesn't have to be,
Unless-
Dave. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, unless you're super, super fastidious, John. And in
Okay.
real life, who is that level fastidious?
Your
Oh, I
former
mean, if you-
podcast co-host.
Yeah. There
She
you
was
go.
a good one. I think that's why.
Oh,
one
yeah,
of the
that's
reasons
right.
why she stuck
She-
out because she would prep for like 2 days. Most of the people I know
She'd-
that butt
yeah,
fuck,
What
that's
they
do it
right.
on
do
the
though, they
spot.
prep for at least 2 days.
She'd
Not
scrub
here.
the shit. She'd scrub the shit out of her ass because you can't have a single spot. It's like, come on.
I
We
can
did a
see
whole
why you want to.
episode
I can see
covering
why you
that
want to make a robot of her.
Well, I'm just saying. She said
I never said
she
that,
would
John.
enema herself and sit on a butt plug to stretch her butt out. Like that's a good plan if you're planning on getting down. I've never had that luxury, so butt fucking chicks hasn't been all that much fun.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
I applaud her
Exactly.
preparation. I do. All right.
Yeah,
so
John, maybe I was talking about Hank. You don't know.
Yeah.
you're right. I don't. I have no idea.
Yeah.
All right, Dave. So you wanted us to talk about this story about the alcoholic who's 3 years sober that is talking
Did I?
to. You put this up there. This is your story.
Yeah, it's Devin's story.
Devin
is
put this
probably
up there.
Yeah, it's for
This
Devin.
is
you dick.
this is Devin's future self. This is written by Devin's future self.
I think there's an experiment coming up.
Can I say one thing?
Sure.
What?
If you're a full-grown adult and you're writing letters to your past self, you should probably just kill yourself.
Why?
That's
Look,
pathetic.
she agrees.
Oh, you know, more pathetic than not being able to quit alcohol, Devin.
Oh,
What's
I'm
worse?
sorry, Dave. Never had to have a vice, Dave.
It's Dave. Dave.
I've got vices. Shut the fuck up.
Like what?
cam girls.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, they're not as cool as drinking.
Hang on.
It's not cool.
It costs more.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why. Because it's like $85 a bottle in fucking Australia because they got to make it out of real kangaroo meat or whatever.
All right. So hang on for just 1 second here because the video here, and we'll have to talk about it for the podcast listeners. She kind of goes through something here where she says 1 year without alcohol. After 24 hours, blood sugar levels normalized, carb craving increased, dehydration. 48 hours, alcohol free, detox mode complete.
Yeah.
So
Two
after
thumbs up.
right? Side effects
See,
may
Devin?
include headaches, tiredness, grogginess.
So
That
what's
doesn't-
72
that doesn't
hours.
sound good.
1 week,
I
better
was-
sleep, glowing skin.
I want to see you
Oh.
jumping around like that, Devin.
Also
Devin.
improves dandruff.
She is a very vibrant color, Devin. You could probably use a little bit of that.
Improve concentration, reduce risk of heart disease and cancer. And then you
Do the
save a
Home Alone
fortune.
expression, Devin,
Yeah, so I mean,
or not.
I feel like this is like sacrilegious to me because it is National Beer Day. We're talking about this.
it's National what day?
It's National Beer Day today. So
Oh,
now
I
we're
didn't.
talking
I
about,
had
like-
no idea.
I didn't know about it until an hour ago, before we started recording.
Okay. All right. So anyhow,
So, Devin, when are you going to hit rock bottom? When's that going to happen?
I think it happened like 20 minutes ago. To be quite honest with you. So we brought that story up.
Is
Listen.
it silence from Devin? Are we back to silence
Yeah.
again?
Oh no, everybody kept fucking talking. So
I'm sorry, Devin. You have the floor. Go ahead.
And then there was a break for you to talk.
Or Dave.
no, there was never a break. I'm hearing voices. I think I got a couple good years left.
Before you stop or before you die?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
More than
How about
likely.
30?
Yeah,
By 30.
that's what's going to suck. Is there's even more years than you think, probably.
Okay.
Wait. So how old are
It's
you?
no
Devin?
big deal. It's
I'm
not a problem.
26.
Okay, so you're a little older than me. So do you have like a plan in place to stop drinking? I'm confused. That's why I'm trying to clarify here.
I'm sure I'll get bored of it eventually.
I don't know. I don't know too many alcoholics that get bored with it. I think a lot of times they have to stop due to the fact that there's a medical issue.
Yes.
And, so maybe you have to stop then, which is a little harder.
Or a
But I don't-
legal issue, like if you get a bunch of DUIs, that's
Yeah,
not
that
good.
could-
But now they
but
got
that-
Uber. There's no reason to get a DUI anymore. You just pay somebody $10 to drive you home.
Yeah. Or how about if you're a 50-year-old house husband that only seems to get your jollies from like cucking to radio shows and podcasts.
Then drink
Remember
at
we
home.
talked about that, Devin?
Oh yeah.
Who's this?
You know, our favorite friend who is always getting mentioned on the Drew and Mike show,
Dave?
Soft Weekly.
Oh.
No.
Oh,
Who's
He's-
Soft Weekly?
he has that one podcast, or does he still have it?
No.
Someone has to say it, or something like that.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Let's go with that.
Okay.
I got nothing.
But-
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Matt's
How-
hard
yeah,
daily.
well, this is where his podcast is, Matt. Every like month or so, he'll say, "Oh, I've got something planned. I want you to help out." As in, he wants me to help out.
Yeah, okay.
Help him out, and then nothing happens. That's how much of a podcast he's got currently.
All right.
Sounds like
So-
a really poorly run podcast.
That's
Oh, it
even
is.
less. That's even less of a podcast than you've got. How long is the hiatus for?
Oh shit.
We don't know. It's indefinitely.
Oh god.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
So here's
Pod
the thing.
fade,
'Cause I
baby.
heard that,
Oh,
and I'm
damn.
like, yep. I mean, at
Well-
least so you guys did an episode, because usually it podcasts just go dead and you never know why.
Because we
You-
plan to come back. The only reason why we stopped is because my co-host Eric, he can't move his equipment into the new house that he's renting because it's still under construction. So
Okay. So
he
find a
can't-
way.
Yeah, well, he
Find a
doesn't want
way,
dust
Eric.
in it.
Yeah, it's
He doesn't
unacceptable.
want dust in it and shit.
Unacceptable,
I get
Weinstein.
it,
Get
but
your ass in there and do your fucking podcast duty, you prick.
I feel like once this
Find
bet's
a
over,
way.
I'm probably going to do a solo podcast for Whiskey just to like update everyone on how I felt throughout the whole thing.
No, fuck everyone. They'll come back if they're subscribed already. Don't worry about it.
Well, it's not that. I just like, just for my own take. Because, I like doing the show. So I'm like, oh, I might as well do a solo episode. I was thinking about it. I didn't act on
Why-
it yet, obviously. But.
So why don't you just grab another co-host and continue on until he gets his shit together?
See, but well, that's the thing though, because it's not.
It's Eric's
technically
show.
his show. It's his
It's
show.
Eric's show.
I'm just the guy that hopped on along and shit. So that's
Yeah, but-
why I.
Yeah, so I mean, I would discuss it with him and then say, "Hey, listen, let's keep it going. Why you can't do this? I'll bring in a co-host or something. We'll keep it going until you want to come back. At least you have something going on. I mean, I don't.
Or-
if someone
or
said that
is
to
he-
me, I
or
would
is he
definitely
like
like,
the-
Honestly,
Is he
I
like the
wouldn't
John
even have
of the show, that he'd absolutely crack the shits because it's my show? What are you doing to my show?
He probably wouldn't say
don't
that,
think
but that's
so.
the
I don't
vibe
think
that he
so.
might give off. Like Eric seems like a nice guy, but I feel like
Yeah.
deep down that's how it would work.
it almost
Anybody
not
else would
implied, isn't it?
anybody else would feel that way, I think.
I mean,
mean, it's-
I would rather go out and promote the show through doing things like this, like guest starring, because I genuinely like doing stuff like this. Like I was telling John before we started that I go to fucking school for this, and this is what I want to do with the rest of my life and have a career out of it. So
yeah,
this
change
is
your
as
change
good
your
of an
name.
opportunity.
Yeah, change your name before you start doing any kind of work outside, like in real radio or something. You don't want
That'll
this
be
show
okay.
coming
He
back.
could be a fucking strip club DJ or something.
Oh, that's what you live for. All that money and everything, so you could be a strip club DJ.
Pays the bills, bro.
so-
All right, it's Princess coming out on stage 3, or
Yeah.
in this case, here's Pixie on stage 1.
This song this song is either it's god damn it. It's either Tool or Smashing Pumpkins, whatever. Some sad chick with thigh tattoos is gonna come out and beg for money.
So one other point of criticism about your show there, Matt, other than it's maybe never coming back, is
It will.
the
I
last
guarantee it will.
guarantee, 100%
sir.
guarantee.
Uh-oh.
Do I
And
really
what's the,
want to have to go through
what's
another
the punishment if it's still not back in?
First of all,
in, say,
Dave, I don't know
6
why
months?
why are you sitting there? Why are you saying this to him? I mean, they
Because
plan
8
on
out of
coming
10
back.
podcasts fail within the first year, John.
Right.
First of
Okay.
all, we've been going for over a year, so that we've
Shut
already
up,
broken
man.
that.
I'm trying to argue with John.
Okay, so and secondly, so what if this one doesn't work out? You can have podcasts are like, I mean, you can have one. How many have I had? I can't even count how many I had. I've been
Podcasts are
on.
like heart
Yeah, but-
attacks, Dave.
Yes.
Well, let's put it
John's
this way.
had like 5 of them.
Let's put it this way. God forbid if something doesn't work out with whiskey. I already have work with some of my classmates back at broadcasting school that, we're potentially gearing up to set something up. And we have resources
you
at
go.
studios to set that up instead of
There we
doing it
go.
online and such. But I don't think whiskey's going to go away. It never will go away. We have too much invested into it outside of what the podcast itself that we have planned, that I have
Yeah,
planned as well, that
that's-
I'm working to do.
That's what
So-
John thought about his marriage, but you know,
Oh, that's a little low blow there, Dave. Goddamn.
No,
That's what he
they've been
does.
divorced forever. It doesn't
It's
mean
been
anything.
yeah, we've
Yeah,
been
shit
divorced
happens.
longer.
It's been a long time.
Probably
We've been
longer than I've
divorced
been
longer
alive.
Oh
John-
goddamn,
no.
that's a good
John-
point.
John-
John's
crazy.
at this point. John's just her pool boy, right, John?
No, she's my cleaner lady. All right, so
Well,
listen.
Okay, it works both ways. That's pretty good.
But
It's
what were you
pretty
gonna say,
good.
Dave? I'm sorry.
If
I
you would
cut
actually
off.
let her back in your house, it's a pretty good deal.
Pretty good arrangement.
Hey,
Anyway, back to what I was saying. My other point of criticism is don't put ads for other indie podcasts at the start of your show. Just don't do it.
I respect that take.
Yeah, I
respect
agree
that.
with
And,
that.
and in fact,
because-
it was even worse, the ad that I heard, because the ad that I heard was for another show that was talking about doing a 36-hour podcast. And then she listed out about 36 other indie podcasts.
You'd have
Here-
to take that up with her, not me.
here's the funny thing about
I probably
You,
could've put it
you
in.
played the ad.
But
Did they
I
make
did,
it to
you're right.
36 hours? Did they go that long? That's
No,
a
they're not
long
doing it
goddamn-
until August. They're not doing it until August. They're just promoting it now. I probably could have put it in the middle. I didn't think about it. I was thinking, get it out of the way and then do our shit.
No,
'Cause
don't get
there
it
was
out.
really, in my mind anyway, and this is like me defending myself a little bit here. I didn't see a point in the show to break off to put it in there. So I rather would have just put it in the beginning.
So
Here's
put
the
it at
problem
end-
with
put it at the end.
podcasters.
Put it at the end
Oh.
then.
Dave,
Okay,
shut the
good.
fuck up
hang
for
on.
2 seconds so I can get a fucking sentence in here.
Oh, John.
Yeah.
Poor John.
So here's the
You
problem.
both have watched podcasts.
swear to
crash and
God.
burn. Give it to him.
All right. So here's the problem. The problem with podcasters is you want a 30-second commercial, and not one fucking podcaster can get their show promo into 30 seconds. They just can't do it. And I don't know why. And they think that your listeners who have no idea who they are want to sit there and listen through them drone on and on and on about 36 other podcasts or whatever else is going on. So you say, listen, if you want to be on my show, I need a promo that I'm proud to play. If it's not that, then I'm not playing it, because your listeners are the most important thing. First of all, I guarantee it, as soon as they didn't even get 5 seconds in that promo and they were already hitting that plus 30 button to get past it. So I agree with Dave in a certain
At
amount.
best plus 30. At worst, it's just like,
Man, if they
Can I
like the
ask
show,
you a
they'll go
question?
through it.
Can
Go
I
ahead,
ask you a
Matt.
question? Because this is where my mind starts turning and my wheels start turning. Would that also apply to, say, a trailer to a podcast at 30 seconds, or would that be like more of
Yeah.
a minute type of thing?
Yeah, and try to make it interesting and entertaining. I mean, again, they get on there and they just start yammering on about the beer they drink and the things that they do and all. No. Here's the show. It's like an elevator pitch, real quick, in and out. Maybe a little bit of music, maybe not, whatever. But it's got to be something that it's entertaining, and you could listen to it. Or the other thing you can do is tell them to give you copy, and then you read it about the podcast, because at least it's in your voice. They're my 2 recommendations.
You know what? I see where you're coming from. I completely understand. I wasn't in control of it. They had already made it, and they say, "Hey, who wants it?" I gave it a
But he's
listen. I
still,
thought it was
John,
fun.
he's still in that phase of like the reach. And this is not insulting you, Matt. You got to understand we're crusty old assholes here. And that's the thing, is you're still at the stage where you're being nice and you're sharing and you're doing review swaps and promo things and shit like that. And it sucks. In about another year, when 69 Whiskey comes back and you jump back into it in about another year, you're not going to give a fuck about it anymore. It'll come and go. I promise.
Honestly, Jody, for the most part, I really don't give a fuck about it now because I'm the only one doing it. Eric doesn't do anything regarding the social media. That's all me. Like when you guys talk to the podcast account, that's me. Like I tell people all the time in any group chat I'm in, you are not talking to Eric. You are talking to me, because Eric more or less, no, and this is not shade at him. He
He's
really
the
can't
talent.
be bothered. He really
the
can't
talent.
be bothered. He's
Yeah,
the
he's the
talent.
talent.
I'm the guy that does the networking because I can do shit like that.
Yeah.
That's why we got along very well, Jody. I think that's why me and John hit it off and we had reached out to us. Because even when you reached out to us and said, "Hey, I got a problem with the app I'm using," I got right onto that shit. Like I fucking went out of my way for you to fix that shit so that you can enjoy the show on a platform you enjoy. You know?
Listen, I'll tell you right now, podcasting to me is a passion. And when I see things that are wrong, I reach out, and sometimes I'm not the best. I write nasty, but I've been doing this for a minute. It'll be 10 years in May 4th. It'll be 10 years
May the 4th be with you.
that I've been
also with you.
podcasting. So, I've been around a little bit, and I also, believe it or not, when I'm not here, when I'm not doing this shit with these guys here, I work in the industry. So again, this is why I'm very passionate about what I do, because I want everybody to sound good. And podcasting means something to me. I want it to be successful.
Oh, I agree.
Unlike Dave.
I'm the same way, because
I don't know why I'm here.
I wouldn't be putting in thousands of dollars to go to school if I didn't know I wanted to do this for the rest of my life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
put
absolutely.
myself through an entirely different education where a good portion of this stuff is things I already know to an extent that maybe I can do more knowledge on. Like there's certain things that they've taught me that I didn't necessarily learn when I was working at my college station, or other classes involved around that. So that's good to know. It's worth the money in that regard. And I guess you can say I'm kind of like your spirit animal, for lack of better term, since you wanted to do it, and now here I am. So you can basically vicariously live through me as I go ahead through that experience, which, like I said, I'm about halfway through now, in about 4 more weeks.
So has broadcasting school? John said that was a place he had heard of. Is that like a thing? Is broadcasting school a place you can go?
The Connecticut School of Broadcasting? Absolutely.
They have
I'm sorry, I
schools
didn't
with-
realize that was a thing. I thought it was like broadcasting school would be like getting a forklift license or whatever. It's like
Yeah.
you
No,
can be
no, this
forklift
is legitimate.
certified, but it doesn't really mean anything. It just means they showed you how to
Right.
operate a forklift.
The
Yes,
way I
you're right, Jody.
describe it to people is that
This is not
it's
the
a separate
1980s anymore.
education.
Let's face it.
excuse me.
Continue, Matt. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine, Dave.
No, he's not. He's an ignorant son of a bitch, right, Devin?
What? Because I'm not a fan of 1980s
No, because you're
radio?
talking over him. You won't even let him fucking talk. You talk over him like he's not even talking. That's the most ignorant thing.
That's not
Go ahead, Matt,
ignorant.
please.
That's rude. It's different.
Yeah, stop being a rude dickhead, Dave. Flick your
Yeah,
nipples.
let the
It's
man
not
talk.
ignorant.
We invite him here and you talk over him.
I'm not ignorant.
He's
I
not
know
your
what
wife.
figging is, John. You didn't even know
That
what
is true.
figging is.
You didn't know, John. You dumb
Ignoramus.
fuck.
What? I didn't know what.
What figging is?
I
How
did
about
not
we
know
play
what
this
figging is.
game? That each episode, any
not gonna let you talk.
sexual fetish that
I'm
we
just sitting
mention,
here waiting for my popcorn at this point.
any sexual fetish that we mention that if you say you haven't heard about it, then you got to try it, John.
No,
So
I'm
this
not
episode
doing
would
that.
be-
I'm not doing.
Let's start with figging.
Yeah, go
What's
stick
the-
some
what's the-
ginger in your ass, John.
What about a tiny, tiny piece of ginger? Just a tiny piece of ginger, John.
I'll tell you what I'll do. The next time I get sushi, I'll rub the ginger all over my fingers and jam it in my ass. How's that? Will that
There you
work out
go.
for you, Dave?
I'll
For
take
fuck's
that.
sake. We take
Yeah.
that? Okay,
I'll
good.
take that.
All right, good.
What-
I'm glad I could make you happy.
What
Matt,
about
what were you
school, Matt?
saying?
Always.
I was gonna say, in regards to Jody's comment about like if it's like an actual school, like yes, it's an actual school, it's an actual like education. They take you
Yeah.
through about 8 weeks of a more or less crash course of what to do and what to expect when you find your way through the industry.
But it's been around for a while. Like it's an accredited place, I guess. Where
This-
it's, some
This
people.
place in particular has been around, or the guy that's taken it over has been working there since like the 90s. So
Sure.
it's been around a long time.
Just-
this specific
So that's
school,
cool. At least
but
it
there
has
are
a name that
more or
goes
less all
along
over
with it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
started-
I was going to go there in 1989. I had applied to go there, and that's when I got the job in the elevator business. So I never ended up going, but I was going there. That's how long it's been there.
One way or the other, bro.
Yep.
Is that the school that Opie from Opie and Anthony went to?
It's the school that Artie Lang went to.
Okay. And he's a
It is.
fantastic broadcaster.
Hey, listen, he was on the most listened to radio show in the country for 9 years before he drank bleach and stabbed himself with a
Yeah.
screwdriver.
Artie's great when he's conscious.
Right.
Not anymore.
That's true.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on with him now.
Fair enough.
All right.
Either way, I mean, it's just a nice way for me to, I guess, because I did have a job in the industry. I used to work for a big station in Jersey. So like when I got laid off from COVID, it was just a nice way to
Well, that was not me trying to offend you in
No,
any
you're
kind
not.
of way,
No,
too. I
Jody,
was
look.
curious if it was like
Yeah.
a fucking welding school or something like that. Is it
No,
a trade
no,
thing that's
it's
all
not a
available
trade thing.
everywhere? or
I've
it's
been to
like,
trade school. It's not like that.
okay.
Oh,
'Cause-
you say you've been to trade school.
Culinary
Christ.
Here we
culinary
fucking
vocational
go.
school.
How
Culinary
did
vocational
how did you manage that, Matt?
It-
man, you look like a chef. That's the funniest goddamn thing. It all makes sense now.
There's a photo
How-
of me. There's a photo of me on Facebook somewhere when we went to Atlantic City, New Jersey, which is, for lack of better terms, the Las Vegas of the East Coast.
Sure.
Not really, but yeah, okay.
Close enough.
It's close enough.
It's got
Twice
more
the-
lights, than
we-
everywhere else.
We had a competition, an hors d'oeuvre competition, and there's a photo of me on my Facebook somewhere of like me in the chef hat, like putting the garnishes on the little plates that we were serving. We were serving a steak, like a modernized steak caprese dish.
Oh,
See,
gross.
You and
That
Devin have a lot in
sounds
common.
delicious. I just meant you in a chef hat.
Yeah, no, you and Devin have a lot in common. You're both in the food industry.
Yeah.
You're a chef, and Devin.
I was. I
works-
mean, I was never really a chef.
Devin
I mean,
makes tacos. Yeah.
I took the class in high school because that's what I thought I wanted to do. And
Yeah.
in high school, I was going through a lot, like mentally. So I really wasn't enjoying it as much because it was the environment was very stressful for me.
Sure. Well, that's
So-
cooking and chef. If you want to be a chef, it's cool. You're going to do a lot of
Well,
cocaine, I hear.
Yeah,
That's-
more or less.
Yeah.
But like that, and plus some of the there was like a lot of favoritism that went on in the class, so I really never felt like I got a chance to shine. I was always kind of like pushed to the wayside in favor of other people.
Why?
So I'm sorry.
Why didn't you work harder to be teacher's pet or whatever?
I did.
Yeah.
I
Why didn't you
worked as hard
brown
as I
nose
could.
the
I
teacher, Matt?
I created the fucking hors d'oeuvre thing. So I created, well, part of it. I had another idea, but they went with the idea of doing like I had a surf and turf idea, but they took like the steak part and wanted to add it to the caprese because I think someone else had the caprese sort of dish. So they was like, oh, let's meld the two together.
you should
I
try.
also- I also won first place for, I won first place twice, or we won first place twice for like tablescape setup. So that was something I could be proud of.
Oh, that is a thing, Dave. You ever seen the show on Netflix where it's like a table setup competition?
No.
You know what? Let me see if I have. I
Bro.
might have something. I might
It's
have
not
something
about
on
fat.
my Facebook.
If there's not,
that I
if
could-
fat people aren't setting up the table, Dave's not interested.
I get that.
Yeah, otherwise there won't be enough
Fat people
room.
with fat heads, please.
I couldn't believe that it was a show. It's a whole show about these competitions where these people like have judges and everything, where they set up like the silverware with the plates and the napkin, and like it's just you set a table with the fucking decorations and shit, and it's a whole underground industry. Like they have meetup parties where they're like, "I make a better table than you." There's rivalries. People get stabbed over this shit.
I want to show
I-
you guys something cool from that time. So
Oh.
while I'm trying to find it here, so give me a minute.
I got a
Competitive,
question, John.
competitive tablescaping.
Yeah,
John?
this is dumb, like wildly dumb. So I want to show you guys like what the thought process was.
Go ahead, Dave. What
John.
were you saying? Yes, Dave.
You know how you like eating food off of women?
Have I ever said that?
Sure, you
should.
have.
I would.
have?
Yes, and it, John. Yeah, I know.
I don't think I have, but okay, go ahead. Let's go with that. All right.
How fat does the woman have to be to fill you up?
She doesn't have to be fat at all.
Because I
It's
always
all-
think the
it's
little
all about the
Japanese, the little Japanese women, they have
Yeah.
like 5 pieces
I'm
of
not
fucking
eating-
sushi.
I'm
That's
not
not
eating
going
a
to do it
woman.
for you.
Like if it was a
know.
midget, he would get. I need 3 of these. Lay them into head to toe.
Yeah, I forgot about
3
that. That's where
midgets
the
or 2 Japanese women or
Yeah,
one
they have
fat chick with a
naked.
fat head.
Yeah, they have naked women and they lay on a table and they put sushi or stuff on them and you
Yeah.
eat the sushi off.
Hey,
off of
make
them.
make it a double. Oh,
I found the photo, by the way.
Okay.
So
So
let me
John,
know-
you wouldn't fuck me, but you'd eat food off my naked body. You'd do that.
No, I wouldn't.
For
You're out
$900
of your
a month?
mind. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Matt. Show us
You're
the
fine.
photo.
You do it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and put it into the camera
It's
as
gonna
best
be
I
tough.
can here. So what that is
Look,
is
Dave,
that is
tits.
that is the only photo that I have of this for some reason. It's a
it's a picture of Matt next to some
no,
cake tits.
no, it's not even cake. It's lard. It is.
Oh my
uh,
God.
The structure in it is PVC
What?
pipe, tin foil, all crunched up together to make the shape. Sorry,
So
for
it's
the glare.
Crisco tits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
it's lard. All that is lard, and I shaped a good portion of it, or helped shaped a good portion of it, and
Wow.
that won first place for the other class.
You're an artist,
So-
dude.
So you could make a sex robot kind of thing, but out of food.
I'm not that
How would-
skilled, Dave. You give me too
How
much
long
credit.
would it
Just
last?
say yes, Matt.
It
You-
wouldn't
well,
last.
Yes,
trying to
they,
big,
they're,
big
they've
you
been
up.
they've been working on 3D printing. They could probably 3D print out one breast.
Mm.
And that would take 20. It would take about 28 hours to finish that breast.
That's fine. That's how long we used to wait for porn back in my day. when
Back
we
in
had
the dial-up
internet.
days, I heard those are terrible.
All right. Well, thank you guys for Matt. Thanks for coming on the show. I appreciate it. And
Oh, it was
thanks
fun.
everybody. Listen, we need to be bigger. We need to be bigger than Dave's old show.
Yes.
So we
John
need
needs
you
to be bigger.
we need you to share this show with your friends, please. If you like this show, share it with your friends and tell them about it. Don't keep us your dirty little secret. We need to
Oh,
do that. All right.
John, what if we set up
John
a
needs
thing?
to share. Sorry, Jody. John
No.
needs to share his food with other people so he can get smaller, but you need to share the show
So we can get
so
bigger.
we can get bigger.
Correct.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead, Jody.
I was gonna say we were talking about that fucking broad that takes shots every time somebody gives her $10. Like we could get people to pay money to make John eat. Or
Why?
us.
I'm
I'll
trying
eat
not to-
fucking food.
I'm trying to lose
Not
weight here.
Oh,
Jeez,
Not
you
even
guys are
healthy.
It could be healthy food.
you're an 8, but still. Ugh. Anyhow, yes, I'm trying to actually lose weight here because I'm trying to make it where I die. Oh, I want Dave to die first. That is my goal.
Not gonna
My
happen.
goal in life is to have Dave die first. I'm hoping.
you guys
Right.
are
John
having a
first,
death
then
race.
Devin,
It's so
then me.
funny.
That's what
Jody's
we're trying
last.
to do.
I think I found Nick's next Deadpool picks.
See,
Jody.
there you go. You
Yeah,
can
this is a
find
race.
This is a
all the
race.
links to our show at allmylinks.com/rubberneckers. And we appreciate you being here. And we will talk to you next week. And now we're going to the after show. Oh, Devin.
Yeah, go fuck yourselves.
All right, now we're in the after show. Jesus Christ.
And I'll donate $1 to charity for every word that Devin spoke in that episode. So what's that, about $7?
Oh man.
I'll tell you what.
I mean, you might as well, give what you can before Leanne takes it all.
I agree. I agree.
Might as well give it to Devin. What would you rather do? Give your money to Devin or half of it to Leanne?
Oh, that's a good plan, actually.
I get a good reaction when I donate some money to the Devon
Right.
School
Devin-
of Lost Causes.
Devin will give you a quarter. If you give Devin half, he'll give you half back. So he gets to keep half. And then you get half back.
That's a pretty good deal.
It's not bad.
That's
What do you think,
better than
Devin?
the deal I'm currently on.
Our fucking grandma was buying us like a Christmas ago. She did really well and she thought she was going to die. So she was like, I'm just buying stuff this year because I found out there's a death tax and they take like 35-40% of your money off the top. And she was like, I would rather buy you. What do you want? Do you need anything? You need, and she spent a chunk. Everybody kind of got like this couple $100 gift. They were like, get it now because when I'm gone, this shit is done. It's funny to fucking make sure where do you want your money to go before you go because the government's going to take a bunch.
That is that has to be the most horrible tax there is, where you've already paid money, you've already paid tax on everything you own. Oh, my ride's here. You've already paid tax on everything you own, and now you die, and the motherfuckers, they come over there and they rifle through your fucking pockets for another 35%.
What do you say, Matt?
I mean, what the fuck?
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
do I hit stop recording on my
Yeah,
thing
you can
now?
stop recording right now.
Okay.
Go ahead. We can all stop recording. This is just the after show. This is where we just fuck around
and find out.
And find out. Not like we didn't do that for the whole fucking hour and 8 minutes that we were doing it before. Or whatever. All righty.
Whatever's right.
What?
Are we going to do a spreadsheet?
Yeah. Oh, we should have done a spreadsheet during the show.
It don't matter.
Okay.
Show after show, anytime.
I forgot about this. I forgot to put this. I had the spreadsheet on here, didn't I?
you forgot your fucking spreadsheet, mate.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
no.
All right. So what's our spreadsheet? What are we talking about today? What are we?
It's John's favorite topic. Everyone is going to be able to talk extensively on this one.
I can't wait. I asked for this.
That's right. It's Fonzie versus Barnsey, the two Australian singers.
I don't. Why would you do this? Why would you do this? We don't have no idea what you're talking about.
Because it's funny.
It's
To me.
It's funny that we don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I might know.
Deb-
What is it?
Devin knows. Jody knows a bit. You're the
Fonzie.
ignorant one, John.
Matt, do you know who Farnsey versus Barnsey is?
John Farnham?
No, I don't know.
I think he's
I
the
can't say I know.
singer from Cold Chisel.
Jimmy Barnes is from Cold Chisel. See, Jody knows some.
Okay.
Is the other guy the basketball player? Leaping Leroy Loggins?
Yep, Leaping Leroy Loggins.
hold
That's
on,
right.
hold on. I got to explain. I can't believe I have to explain this to you, Dave. Dave, let me just explain to you the concept of this bit.
It's
All right.
there.
The concept of this bit is to get 5 things that we can debate about, that we all know something about and we're kind of passionate about.
Yes.
I give you one fucking thing to do. One thing to do. Come up with a spreadsheet that we can actually debate about something. You come up with 2 fucking Australians that we don't even know. Jesus Christ.
That's not even true. You don't know them,
if you
John.
gave 5, if you came up with 5 Australian bands that we might be able to bicker around, I'd say, okay, fine. But 2 guys that sounds like, to be honest with you, it sounds like a perverted children's show that's going to be on the Disney network. That's what we have right here.
That's racist.
Yeah, but not played by white dudes, played by some Hawaiian
Transgender.
girl, like with Doogie Howser remake.
See,
Devin knows what I'm talking about. Devin, best songs, John Farnham or Jimmy Barnes?
Neither.
I'm also pandering to our audience as well, John.
What audience? We have the only people that listen to us from Australia
Roybert.
is you.
Roybert. He's Canadian.
They like Cold
He's not
Chisel in
ignorant.
Canada. It's a big deal.
Oh, please.
You're welcome.
Devin, who's got the better songs, John Farnham or Jimmy Barnes?
Neither.
I can sing some of the songs. No,
Oh,
you
go
can't
for it,
say
please.
neither.
Please do.
Which song would you like to hear?
Yeah.
Karaoke right now, Dave.
Yeah, Men at Work. Where's Men at Work on this? Olivia Newton-John.
She sucks.
Fucking
What other
love that song.
Australian?
Keith Urban.
Devin.
Keith Urban. There you go.
Wait a minute. Devin did shitty song of the week. And he devoted that to Cold Chisel. Devin knows about Jimmy Barnes.
You're being awful quiet over there, mister.
So what?
Well,
Why are you
because
pretending to not know what I'm talking about, Devin?
he's
I'm
mad
not
at you.
pretending that I don't know what you're talking about. I'm letting you fucking talk.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, this is where
Hey,
Dave
Matt.
hijacks the show and drives it into the dirt like Flight 93.
Yeah, and Devin saves it. This is the
By
bit.
what?
Devin's-
Talking about how much I hate that song by Cold Chisel?
which you don't. That was a bit.
That was not a bit.
It was a bit.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah,
I'd like
so
to take
you're
a
either
cold...
lying. You're either lying to Brendan from Shitty Song of the Week, or you're lying to me. Which one?
Right now, I'd like to take a cold jizzle and jam it up your ass for this fucking shit. This is
Can you dip it in
horrible.
ginger first, please?
Yes,
John?
yes.
Hey,
So
man.
I heat it up, dip it in ginger, and jam it in your ass.
yes, Jody.
Cold Chisel is a rock band from Australia that Dave liked.
Barely.
From like the 80s. Is it the 80s technically? When is where
Yeah, it's the
Cold
80s.
Chisel from?
It's like a poor man's foreigner.
Oh,
Sure. I mean, Foreigner's good.
kind of like, yeah, or maybe like Three Dog Night a little bit. I listened to a couple of songs. I didn't hate it. It's just, to me, it sounds like cheesy
just-
80s rock that I don't really
Yeah,
like
it's
anyway. So
It's unbelievably mediocre, is what it is.
It's the Cold Chisel are the best Australian band that never made it overseas.
Which is
So-
like being
Maybe it was
the
a
best
midget.
podcaster that
Yeah, I
never.
agree these.
I mean, AC/DC. I mean, even people that hate Australian music.
AC/DC,
really
perfect. I forgot they were Australian.
refute-
There
I
you
mean,
go.
Isn't
That's
Bon
the number
Scott
one
like
band.
a legend still over
Yeah.
there?
Both
Yeah.
of them. I think I prefer Bon Scott to Brian Johnson, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, I prefer
mean-
Cold Chisel to AC/DC, but
You're
I'm
an idiot.
probably in the minority there.
I was going to say, God damn.
So here's what my question about that then. Like, don't you think Brian Johnson had more hits though compared to Bon, or am I wrong? In
Probably,
thinking
but
that?
they got popular as AC/DC in the first place. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm not saying it was a stepping stone because Brian Johnson is definitely his own person, but like Bon
It's a
Scott
ch-
paved the way so that Brian Johnson could be as famous as he is, which is not,
Wait, he didn't just pave the way; he dropped fucking dead.
well, that helps.
See, and then here's the other thing. The chat has better Australian bands than what you're talking about. We've got AC/DC, In Excess.
In excess is
Yeah,
good.
cut me a break.
Oh
What
yeah,
is
In
it?
Excess
Name
is great.
2 In Excess songs.
Never Tear Us Apart.
Yeah,
Kick.
and then there's a
Don't Change.
Are you doing John? That's John Stuttering John.
Uh,
Do wop.
New sensation. Is it New Sensation?
New sensations.
New
That's the
Sensations.
guy
New
that
Sensation, excuse
jerked
me.
himself
Oh,
to
yeah.
death, right?
Right.
Then they have Need You Tonight. They have Suicide Blonde. They
Yeah, there's
have,
Suicide
shit
Blonde. I
ton
forgot
of-
about that song.
Yeah,
then
there's
they-
a
was-
I think
Devil
the-
Inside.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
look.
kick
I
album
didn't want
has
you to
nothing
fucking
but
Google
hits.
it, dickhead. I could have done that. I was just
Listen,
asking
no,
you.
no.
I didn't Google it. I
Duchess.
knew that off the top of my head.
Duchess is in the chat. She says, that, then you got Listen Like Thieves. Yeah, it's
Shut up, Duchess. You don't count.
she does. What do you mean she doesn't catch? Just because she knows NXS songs and you didn't?
Oh, because
Listen,
No,
she's a
because
woman.
she's a woman, and
You
this
were
is a
10
man show.
Oh, the Bee Gees, for Christ's sake. Barry
Yeah,
Gibbs. I
pretty
mean,
good.
look at all these Australian bands. They're all of them 10
Yeah.
times better than the two fucking morons you have up there.
The
The
Bushwhackers.
Bee Gees grew up about 15 minutes away from
The
where
Bee
I
Gees
am
were
right now.
Australian?
Yeah,
I didn't
Yeah,
fucking
man.
know that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
see? This is
There's
an
some-
educational show, too.
I didn't fucking know that. I'm like, my mind's blown. I thought they were American. Okay.
What? Did
See,
you,
that's
have you ever
your
heard them
cultural-
talk?
That's your
No.
evil cultural imperialism, just assuming everything's
I-
American.
I
Yeah.
never heard them talk. I just know Staying Alive and a couple other songs. I don't get the accent in them.
What am I sucking? I don't understand.
Suck it, Dave, because you said that this is a man show. We have a couple women that are they're here. We have a couple women that we're listening tonight. We have the
Oh.
Duchess, and then we have can't think of her name now. Trying to think.
Oh, good one, John.
Oh, Teresa.
If you want to
Teresa.
hand it to the audience,
Teresa.
then at least remember
Teresa.
their names.
Okay. All right.
These bitches, listen, we're not saying you can't watch. I'm just saying I didn't ask you. I asked this guy. Shut up.
Well, he's
No, we stopped
25.
that. Once Bob left the show, we can let women on the show now.
Yes, we can.
Was he a sexist guy or whatever?
No.
Yes, let's go with that.
Yeah, let's go with that. We
And no. The real answer is his wife wouldn't let him.
Jealous
And
wife.
guess where his wife's from. Take one guess.
Australia.
No.
Jersey.
New Jersey.
She lives up near you.
Yeah, she used to, yeah.
All right.
You weren't lying when you said you don't like a lot of people from New Jersey.
Yeah,
God
well,
damn.
Yeah.
I think
He might be the only one, Matt, that he
I-
likes
I-
from New Jersey.
I-
There
I hope
was
he-
also.
I would hope he likes me. I'm not a bad guy.
I know.
Is it important to you that people you think people like you? Is that you like to be liked?
Listen, don't answer. He's trying to get into your mind. He's trying to mind fuck you right now.
Not at all. Good question.
I will refuse to answer the question.
There you go. Take the fifth.
I definitely like you more than Bob's wife. I
And?
like you more than John, of course.
Mhm.
'Cause although John did agree to do some ginger work. to his
Yes, I
arsehole.
did.
So that
I'm
I'll
not
tell you
sure
what.
if
All
I'll
right.
go that far right now. for
Listen.
it, so.
you're definitely higher than a guy we used to call Arse to Mouth Adam.
Yeah.
And there's another shitty comedian called Kevin Goatee. He's also from New Jersey.
Oh, what
just
about Adam? Nutter?
Absolute nobody, but an absolute nobody that acts like he's a somebody.
Yeah.
What about Adam Nutter? Is he? In New
Yeah, that's
Jersey?
Arse to Mouth Adam.
No,
think-
no, I thought that's
No,
Adam
it's Adam.
Simmons.
That's Adam.
I thought he was
Oh.
New York. I thought he was
Oh,
in
the
New York.
retarded
Adam.
libertarian. Yes.
Yeah, Nutter's from New York.
Retarded.
Yeah, he's not-
libertarian.
I mean, that's.
It's kind of the same, more or less. New
Yeah,
York
it's-
and New
it's
Jersey.
really-
Libertarians
really
are
redundant to say that.
It is redundant. Oh, I'm sorry.
Holy shit.
So Robert in the chat asked me to sing "Pressure Down" by John Farnham,
Please.
and I thought I was in the mood to sing, but I don't know if I am.
Use your auto tune. Can you turn that on?
Nah. How about because I'm going on a lyric show next week,
yes.
called what is it? Dead Lyric Society, Dead Poet Society.
Yes.
No, Bad Lyrics. Oh fuck.
It's Teresa's show. I did it.
Yes,
this
it's
week.
Teresa's show.
Dead Poet Society, yeah, or Bad Poet Society. You're right.
Bad. Yeah, you got it.
Bad point.
Bad Poet.
I love
Society.
talking
So-
to her on Twitter. I didn't even know that was. I guess I must have
Yeah.
forgot that was her name, but she's the best. I love talking to her.
I didn't know she was a chick for probably the first year that I talked to her.
Is it her running the account, or is it she do with her husband? I thought.
It's just her.
Dave. What are you
It's
doing?
just funny. Like
Jesus
we
Christ.
spoke,
know what I'm
DM'd
doing.
everything, and she gave me real good dude energy. And then one day she was like, "And being a woman, something." I go,
Yeah, I could tell from a couple of the tweets
Oh,
back and
shit,
forth.
I
that
didn't
she
even
was a
think
woman.
about
I just
that.
couldn't tell.
Some
I
woman
never get-
figured out how to operate Twitter. This is weird.
How? Wow, never saw the sexist side of Jody before. Yeah, I never got an invite to do the Teresa show. What the hell, I must be chopped liver over here.
I mean,
You probably do. You just got to come up with a
Or, you know,
song
you just
lyric
reach
that's
out
funny
and
or
ask.
dumb.
Oh, I thought you had to be asked. That's how it usually goes. All right, because I think it's kind of cheesy to invite yourself onto somebody else's show.
I do it all the time.
Some guy fucking
not.
tweeted at
Let's
us
do it.
today about
I'm
that.
like a whore that lets myself in, and then I sit on the couch, and I'm like, "It'll be $20, but I'll let you fuck me. Let's go."
All right, so
hey
what are we
John,
doing?
I've got the bit. Can you seductively read these lyrics to me specifically?
Sure. Flamingos walk and
That's
sway.
not seductive.
Oh man, yeah, we need sexy
That's like-
music.
listen,
Is there like
gotta-
some? You playing it at work?
Flamingos walk.
I can see.
Come on, John.
Hang on a second. I'm trying to get.
We want to do some Barry White. Can't get enough of your love, babe.
How's this?
That's pretty
Flamingos walk and
good. Put on
sway
your
in
deep voice,
peace.
John. Put on your deep voice too. Come on.
I don't have that set up.
God damn it.
Sing this makes my troubles cease.
Oh,
The skin is
God.
hiding, leaving a pink scar.
You can't read.
It's small, Dave.
I'll make it big.
That stretches right across the sky. Ah, there we go. Thank you, Dave.
Excellent.
That's all we've seen so far. And all I do is look into your eyes for that special touch of paradise. Just, God damn it, this is going to be a song next week.
No,
just
no,
just a
it's perfect
touch
as
of
is.
paradise. Just a touch of paradise. Just a special touch of paradise. You hold my hand, and that's when we kiss. Oh, for fuck's sake. And it doesn't take long, no, for me to get the gist.
Now that's a bad line.
Jesus Christ. Of this love that stretches out across the land, where rainbows flash and we're walking in the sand. All I do is look into your eyes for that special touch of paradise. Jesus Christ, I'd rather jam
Beautiful.
ginger up my ass than go on with this bit.
That's beautiful. Yeah, it's done.
That's pretty good.
Thank you,
Christ.
John.
You've come so far. 2 years ago, you would have told him to fuck himself and just left.
No.
I'm not singing your
Now,
goddamn
you're
song.
telling me, Matt, after listening to that, you still can keep
I'm sorry, Jason. I edged him. He was almost at the point of Shangri-La,
That was funny.
and I stopped talking.
It'll be an extra $5. Oh,
I give
gonna say,
Teresa. Listen, I give Teresa permission to use that on shitty song. Oh, that's not shitty song of the week. I give him permission to use that.
Oh.
I forget. Go ahead.
You know, we're trying to break Matt out of his no-fap. Didn't
Unless
do
you're going to do.
anything? Oh,
I thought about a porno today. You've probably seen a bunch of genres, right, man?
Decent amount.
I got one to ask you, Dave, Devin, everybody. Like, I don't, John. I know you don't watch a whole lot, so you probably wouldn't know about this, but I am curious.
Okay.
So you know, there's nasty pornos where like gals throw up and poop on people and stuff like that.
Oh, like 2 girls, 1 cup style.
Sure, I'm not even getting into that. It's just as like a sidebar to that.
I
Like
mean,
I
that's
know,
like the Britney Spears of that genre. But yeah, I mean,
right?
Wasn't
I'm
there a
saying-
guy-
go a bit deeper than that.
So
Remember
like
there was a. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jody.
that stuff exists. So I know that there's gross stuff.
Yeah.
One that I really
Yes.
like, a thing that I really hate is spit, like spitting on
Whoa.
people, fucking loogies and stuff like that. Like, I don't like that. So then I thought about it and I go, there's got to be some kind of porn where like their kink is they spit on each other. Like that has to be a thing. Like spit in each other's faces,
Technically speaking,
hawking loogies and stuff like that on each other. Like,
How does
and they're
that
like,
work?
Oh, it's so good.
I'm not sure if there's porn of that, but I know
Yes,
a
there
friend
is.
of mine. There is. Okay, so I haven't seen it then. But I do
Well,
know
that's a
that
rule.
it's very it's advocated by a friend of mine that is a dominatrix, that she would do stuff like that to guys she'd be doming. Like she
Like
would
spit in their faces and stuff.
Now spit in their mouth.
Oh,
Jesus
Yeah.
fucking Christ! What the hell is wrong with people?
I throw up.
I know. It's like,
I
how
throw
does
up
that work?
immediately. Like there wouldn't
Hey,
even be a
John,
second
John.
thought.
Hang on.
What happens when you kiss somebody?
You don't snot in their mouth. Is what that's
you
one thing you don't do.
exchange spit.
It's
What's
not.
the
Listen,
difference? What's
I
the difference?
understand. It's saliva. It's
It just
saliva
made
and
me
spit are
shudder.
different.
It just
Listen.
made my whole body shiver just thinking about
What-
if somebody
what do
spit
you
in
do?
my
John,
mouth.
Hey,
John,
baby.
would you rather me spit in your face or kiss you?
Where's the gun? Listen, how does that
No,
work?
pick one.
Hang on. No, I'm not.
Anal, so I don't have to look at you.
Listen. So how does that work? It's like, hey, baby, I love you. Well, I mean, what?
Yeah.
What in the hell?
That's a lot.
How does that work?
It would
I
throw
love
me
you,
off.
baby.
There's not a lot of
Give me
things
a
that would
break.
kill my boner. That's one of them. I might throw a punch even.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you need to get the fuck away from me. Like, throw her. Ugh.
Yeah, just
What, her spitting on you?
Yeah.
here's the
Yeah,
thing.
but you're not a sub, Jody. What are
Well,
you
like
saying?
angry spit. Like, I get, like, if you're fucking blowing somebody, like, you're gonna get spit on you. It's not about spit.
That's
but the act
saliva.
of-
There's
the
a difference.
act of spitting of like
yeah, the sp-
working.
Yeah, that's
Like-
not. That's it's ridiculous.
I'd be angry.
God, I'm sick
very upset.
now. That
Yeah.
actually made me sick to my stomach. Now I won't even be able to have my midnight snack. Fuck you, Dave.
Hey, you're the one that's trying to lose weight.
Yeah, I
That's
started
true,
that
too.
one.
Yeah,
That was me.
it's aversion therapy or something.
Yeah, every time I think
Yeah.
of you.
Okay,
Only-
wait.
Exactly.
So Jody, then I have one I want to see if Matt knows or not.
Okay.
Mhm.
Hey, Matt, do you know what futanari are?
Say that again, Devin.
Futanari.
Can I buy a vowel?
No, I don't know if I have. It sounds like I've heard it before, but I don't know.
All right, Devin, explain.
Anime women with gigantic breasts and dongs.
Ooh.
Yep, best of both worlds.
Yes.
You know what? I was thinking when you said big tits, and I'm like, okay, waifus. Why didn't he just say waifus? And then all of a sudden you said dick, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
big.
So they're
Do they ever have small dicks?
No.
Because
I
big
have-
tit, small dicks would be at least a little more appealing to me.
I
than
got-
big and
I got-
big.
I got something that might top you on that one, Devin. Have
Okay.
you ever heard of Bible Black?
Yes, I have. And I've seen
Okay,
it too.
so you've seen the first episode at least.
Yes.
Okay, so you know where I'm going with this.
Yes.
Have any of you ever seen a chick grow a dick
What?
out of nowhere?
excuse me.
In anime, is that what? we're
Oh,
talking-
Yes.
it's a cartoon.
yes.
No, I haven't.
No, I've never
Okay.
seen a cartoon where a gal grows a penis.
No.
I've never laughed so
not.
hard in my life until I saw that. What was it? Eric or someone showed it to me,
She
and then
just
we
made a
showed
lot of
it.
Japanese moaning noises, and she's like,
Yeah, because there's growing a dick. There's also like belly inflation.
See what you did
There's
now. You
overall
chased,
getting bigger. I guess.
you chased Duchess out of the room. I hope you guys are all happy for Christ's sake.
"Bye."
Sorry,
Don't grow a
Duchess.
dick while you're way out.
Jesus. Shame on you guys. One of our biggest fans you just chased out of the room.
She'll
I
be
just got to
back.
remind John that this conversation is definitely not gay.
Okay.
No, it's okay.
I'm
It's
sorry,
okay,
but
John.
like spanking it to cartoons.
I never said I spanked it. I'm
No,
just
I
saying.
know you didn't, but I mean, I guess that's in my humble opinion, isn't that what porn's all about? Is the
They do make porn for that.
I used to
Yeah, of
watch it a
course.
lot more when I not spank it, but like, yeah, now it's pretty much just utility. If I'm
Wait,
watching porn, I'm
Pull
probably
that up, John. I want to see.
I
that.
was trying to say pick. Damn it. Okay, here we go.
You jack off. You have seen Bible Black. No need to.
You know what? So I got to figure out now. I have to go. Now I have to go Google that.
Please
to find out
don't.
what that. I have to go to
John,
porn. Yes.
John, don't.
John,
Take an
just
aspirin.
don't.
John.
Don't even do it, please. Look, I'm already
See, you
challenged you to
can't-
watch.
you
I've
can't
already
do that to
challenged
me
you listen
because
to episode 30.
I'm just okay. I have to go back and listen to it. All right, I will go back and listen.
I
To it.
like
But I'm
doing
just
that
saying,
shit
it's
to
just
John.
it's
I
really
showed him-
weird.
I showed him #r/pussy bounce or whatever. I never got back to it on it, but I'm assuming that he liked to see pussy bounces like chicken breast.
You sent it to me.
I sent it to John. Like we were
Oh.
talking one day, and I was just like, I found this cool new thing, like because I only watch porn.
Oh, the ass clapping.
The ass clapping's fun too.
Yeah,
no,
the
it was
ass clapping.
pussy bounce, and it's just chicks jumping up and down and like their fupa jiggles, like a fucking Jello jiggle.
I don't. You sure you sent that to me? Because I don't remember. I think I would have remembered that one.
We talked about it. Like you hopped in, and I said that's my new thing that I found, and you were like, "I'll be right back," and I never heard.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought that maybe I didn't notice what was going on, but they were jumping around, and I thought it was their asses cheeks clapping together. I thought that's what was going on.
Now, that
I
was the too
digress,
loud-
though,
That
to
was
be
the
honest
too
with you.
loud challenge. I love my black friends. They send me all the fucking hotness, all the hashtags with the.
Guys are the most
You mean to tell me-
deranged people
You
I've
mean to
ever
tell me
met in my
Delvin
entire
sent you
life.
Some shit.
What?
Delvin sent you some shit then, Jody?
It was Delvin. It was a Too Loud challenge. It's just about chicks clapping their butt cheeks, and it was all fun and games because it's just a song, and there's a 10-second soundtrack where it's like it sounds like butt cheeks slapping together, like clap, 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 clap. So these chicks would have it playing, and they put the camera up, and they're like twerking, and they're not really clapping their butt cheeks together, but it's like, you know, the pantomime. And it was all fun and games until it was a dude standing there. And then he put the phone down, and then he just put his hands up in the air and went clap, 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 clap.
Yeah.
It was like, oh,
Hey Jody, I used to be able to do that years ago. I just discovered that when I was just jumping up and down or something. It's just like, oh,
the
this is making a
tallywhacker.
bit of a sound.
You could stand there and smack your dick.
No, ass cheeks.
Oh,
Clapping.
All
Wasn't that
right.
a thing? I'm
you
not
make
really
your butt
paying
cheeks
attention
clap. You
anymore.
can make it clap, Dave.
I used to be able to. I can't do it anymore.
Oh man, you just broke my heart.
I just
I was gonna
discovered
say.
that. I discovered that years and years ago.
I got no butt cheeks, dude. I got working. I got Hank Hill ass, so I got no clap. None of it.
Yeah, I have no ass either.
Devin, how you doing? You got that.
John
fucking
calls
fiery
that South
clap
Jersey
butt.
truffle butter.
Devin's got a rumper on him.
Yeah.
All right.
right.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
Sorry.
All right. Dave just
Wow.
bounces.
I think it's because he's eating. He's eating like ravioli or some shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he was eating. I was gonna ask, and then he left.
Yeah, So
It's
anyhow,
usually mush.
right.
Mashed peas.
The only thing worse than Australian music is Australian food. You know why? Because you've never seen an Australian food restaurant. Never. Anywhere. Never seen
Outback
Australian.
Steak- Outback
Well,
Steakhouse?
that's really
Oh,
just the
shut up.
steakhouse.
That's not it,
Yes.
Matt.
That's not. That's just
I'm
an
fucking around,
Americanized. Yeah,
obviously.
right. All right, everybody. I think we're going to end this. Matt, hang on. Don't leave right now. I'm going to end the broadcast here, and we'll talk to you next week.
God.